It's like magazines. Do you ever buy any magazines or anything, Bandit?
I don't anymore, but I used to. But I don't anymore.
How are you doing, big fella?
Hey, up, mate. How you doing? How you doing, Vanderlove? You all right?
Hiya, Biggie. Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Yeah, I can only pop on for a bit, because my battery's about to die on my phone. But
Yeah.
complete Stu's inquiry with quiz, mate. What's going on here?
Well, go on then. What did they get wrong?
The walking one, that went to Woo. I said 50k walking, and it was in there. Not 60k walking that Woo put. I put 50k walking.
What? So the correct answer I took off Woo was 60.
Yep.
Seriously?
No, that's not true. That's not true.
You're up against me and Vander here, Big G.
I'll let you go back in chat. I'm not that I'm bitter out. Fair play to Woo, but I was first in that one, mate.
But even if you did get it right, it wouldn't have made any difference, Big G. You still would have only had 1 point. I mean, maybe for part 2, it might come into play. But
yeah,
I think we got it right. I think Woo did get it right, and
I don't think she did, mate. I don't.
No, Woo's just said I put 60k after I put 50 because I was still guessing. So you're right, Big G. I apologise.
Yeah, you see, there you go. Boom.
You're just pissed because you didn't get one right, mate.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Oh dear, mate.
What you doing today, mate? I've seen you about. You can't have had much. You can't have had much sleep. I seen you late on a few chats last night.
No, I went on last night because I was out and about last night, so I wasn't on last night at all. Unless someone's created a fake me.
Did I not see you? Were you not in Andrew J's this morning at Daft O'Clock?
No, not this morning, no.
Well, somebody's copied your name, mate, because Big G was in Andrew J's last night.
Oh, right, got you.
In comments, I seen a bit of it, and there was quite a few people who come in here who were in that live as well. So somebody's strangely copying you, mate. Wants to be you.
Well, what can I say, mate? One of a kind.
Absolute weirdos. And if they pop up again, I'll be having words with why they would want to be you.
Oh yeah, and just back to Quizmo, right? Yeah, sorry, not that I'm bitter. The boxing one that you give to Pollyanna.
Which one was that?
The Joe Lewis one, or Joe Louis as it actually is. She put Joe Lewis.
Right. I did see that, but you know what? You've all had plenty of time to get that one right. You could have even Googled that, got it right. It went on for about 2 minutes, that.
But just to pipe up, I put Joe Louis. I'll have you know. So I was actually on 2 points, mate.
I don't know about that. That's stretching it a bit, that, like.
I'll let you have a look back in chat, mate. Like I say, not that bitter.
No, you won't be there. It's about time you got on this panel anyway. You're supposed to be my mate. I think this is only the second time you've been on.
I know. I've been honestly recently, mate. I've been massively busy. So I've just my last job. It was my last day. My last job on Friday. Yeah. And I've just been absolutely getting all like handover stuff put over. And I start my new job on Monday. So it's just been absolutely mental recently.
So how long were you at your other job for, G?
10.5 years.
Did you have a leave it do?
No, dry January. I'm going to have it in Feb instead.
Oh, so you are going to have one, yeah?
Yeah, it's just going to be a month later.
Where are you having that in the phone box?
That's funny.
You know why I said it? It's quite topical because Barry, right, my boss who's in the chat today, right, he'll second this for me, right? So I worked with a guy I've known him for 30 years, right? I've worked with him for the last 10 years, and he left, and he only told everyone a week before he left, and he never had a leave and do or anything, go out for a drink or anything.
Oh, what?
Mad, that, isn't it?
Yeah, that is mad.
What does that say about you? You know what I mean?
You know, you just might want to leave under radar, mate. You know.
It's a bit mad, that, like. But yeah, you've got to have a leave and do, man, haven't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you work from home, don't you? So is it all like through the computer that you know these people, or were you in an office at one point with them?
I was all in an office, so we had a hybrid model where we'd have to be in office a bit, and but then my next job's literally going to be work from home, constantly, and I have to be in the office 6 times a year or something like that.
Do you think that's the way it's going now, isn't it? Because I know a little bit about this because my brother, he's in like marketing. Is that what you do? Marketing, digital marketing.
No, I'm a developer, so I work with data.
Right. So he had his interview. He just left his last job, right, which he worked from home. But he works for a company now in Edinburgh, and he's never met them. He's worked for them for a year, and he's never met them yet. It's all been done over the internet. His interview, it's all done through like FaceTime and that. You know what I mean? Which is a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah, well, my job that was all done over internet, you know, and Teams and whatnot, right from start to finish. But my job blends it perfectly to working from home, you know.
Yeah, and there's a few other people, and I asked them this as well, right? The last person I asked was Jim, right, Zeus. So you're at home, you start at 9 o'clock. Do you get up and have a shower and put your worky clothes on and go in a little office, or do you just chill out on the city?
No, I've got an office. I've created an office in one of spare bedrooms. So yeah, that is my full office now.
Yeah, you've got to do it that way, really, haven't you? Because my son was the same. You know, he worked for Virgin, and that was he deal with people. You know, when they'd ring up to complain about something, they'd get put through to him. Now, we did start off by sitting at a desk, but after about 6 months, he was literally waking up 5 minutes before and had his laptop on his bed, laid in bed talking to people. Honestly, like, and I think that's the way I would be as well. You know, you've got to distance yourself. You know what I mean? When you wake up, you've got to have a little office or whatever. In my eyes, anyway.
I like to do normal rigmarole, like you say, get up, have brekkie, have a shower, get ready, get into office, and then just treat it like a normal day, mate. At the end of the day, I'm just not travelling to the office. I'm just working from home. I do the exact same routine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the way it's going, like, isn't it, after like COVID and all that. But you can see the advantages, like people who don't, like companies don't have to shell out for office space and all that, do they?
Yeah, well, they save massively on bills. You know, electricity, gas, water, and the biggest saving is insurance. A lot of businesses are actually now selling up the buildings because what's the point in having a building if you aren't going to fill it full of staff?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Because like, you know, Zoom. Had anyone even heard of like Zoom before COVID? You know, was it Zoom? You know, the FaceTime thing where you could get loads of people on the screen, couldn't you, at once?
Yeah, Zoom, or there's, like say, Microsoft Teams now has taken over everything.
All the meetings for my son's school were all on Teams or Zoom, and I honestly refuse to do it. I just find it very impersonal. When you're talking about things to do with your son's education, I would rather see their face. And there's a lot said about body language and talking to somebody face to face. I just find it very impersonal. I don't know if it's.
Well, that's what I mean about hiring somebody like my brother. Like You might be
Exactly.
on 30, 40 grand a year. You're paying somebody and you've never even met them.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very. It's weird.
But it's
You know,
just going to be the norm. It's definitely going to be the norm, like over for that type of business, you know, where you're on computers and stuff.
Yeah.
But the only downside to it is all the little businesses that rely on, like, you know, like corner shops where people are going to work and they'll pop in the shop. It's
yeah.
all
Yeah.
them that suffer, isn't it?
Hmm.
It's it'll be interesting to see what happens like in next few years, because you know there's always a side effect of all these situations, and mental health is obviously quite bad as it is, and like not having that, I suppose that interpersonal
Yeah.
interaction,
Yeah.
you know, the social aspect will affect people's mental health,
Yeah.
because me being a developer, you have characters that are quite inverted anyway.
Mm.
Um, You know, I'm just all about the banter, mate. You know, I don't mind going into office. If work said to me, go into office, I'll quite gladly go into office. But I am more productive working from home.
So here's another question. As somebody who likes who likes to come into chats and stuff. So you sign on at 9 o'clock. You've started work. Is YouTube on in the background, or is it on another screen, or is it just on your breaks and stuff?
No, work's work, mate. I don't, you know, work time is work time. I don't, you know, sidetrack into like chats and YouTube. That's my own personal time. I keep a clear divide.
Yeah.
So what if it's really kicking off and it's like, oh my god, but your break's over?
Um, like I say, I'd have to close YouTube down, mate. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
nice
say,
one,
work's
mate.
work.
You
Nice
couldn't.
one, mate. I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, you couldn't say to a client, "Wait a minute, they're all kicking off in the cesspit just now. I'm going to have my say."
Yeah, yeah. Hang about,
Yeah,
my name's just come up.
yeah,
Somebody's just
exactly.
called me out.
No,
Yeah.
I keep a clear divide. I'm very black and white, mate. I don't like grey areas, so you know I'm a bit of methodical when the way that I do stuff. So I have to. If I have too much on my plate, I end up getting confused, and it's just like, nah, fuck that.
So is anyone who you work with, are these all new people who you're meeting now then? Are these going to be new friends or?
Yeah, I don't know none of them. Most of them are based down in London. You know, it's but I'm becoming a civil servant at the end of the day, so it's um, yeah, I've never met any of these characters.
For me, it's just getting like, it's like the world's getting where you just don't have to leave your house for anything. You know what I mean? That's where it seems like it's going like.
I agree. I agree. I
You know,
don't
you
think
can
it's.
order anything offline and get it delivered to your door. Food. You don't have to go shopping if you don't want to. Anything, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Now work.
completely. This is why we're the freaking fattest bloody
Yeah.
European nation.
Exactly.
Out of Europe, you know, it's everything's just getting more lazy and easier, isn't it?
Mm.
You sat drinking coffee all day. You're a coffee bloke, like, or a tea bloke.
No, I don't drink tea. Same from Yorkshire as well. I don't drink tea at all. I didn't even used to drink coffee. But you know, I have my mockers now. Um, so
Oh, mate,
baby
I'm
coffee.
addicted to them. Have you had them?
What the freaking? Oh, what is it? An Actimel?
Coffee
Oh,
in
it's
a
them.
can.
Can you see it? It's that double espresso Starbucks. Like, can you
Right.
see it? Oh, they're like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I don't do Starbucks, mate. Yeah, I'm a Costa man if I'm going to get coffee.
mate, I didn't like coffee. I wouldn't. You wouldn't have me going anywhere near coffee until about 2 years ago.
Mm.
And the funny thing was, right? The funny thing about it is, right? It's because I seen everyone on night shift, right, drinking coffee, and I thought I'd never even like a taste of it, and I thought, is this out there managing to do night shifts, drinking like 10 cups of coffee? I thought, I'm going to give this a go. So
Yeah, it's cool.
I started drinking coffee on night shifts, right? And I thought, it's making no difference. Anyway, I found out a couple of weeks later it was only decaffeinated coffee. You know what I mean? So drinking coffee for nothing. You know what I mean?
No,
What's the point?
my vice is with drinks, mate, is Red Bull. Fucking love Red Bull.
No.
It's naughty, that stuff. Gee, that is naughty, that stuff, though, isn't it?
I know. I drink like, I would say 2 of the big cans, the massive cans a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I have a proper addiction to Red Bull.
And does it have to be proper Red Bull? It can't be none of these cheap ones.
No, it has to be proper Red Bull. I can't do Relentless. I can't do the other one. It has to be Red Bull.
But the thing is, that taste. What is it? Is it taurine? Is it that it's the same taste in all them energy drinks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's taurine. Yeah.
So why do Red Bull charge you 3 times as much for exactly the same thing, though, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know how it's made, mate. To be fair, I know taurine's in it, but it's just Red Bull, innit? It's just the global brand.
Yeah, you're one of them suckers, mate, who they've got sucked in, and you must cost you about £5 a day then for that, because it's not cheap, is it?
Oh no, it's not cheap. You know, the big cans are what, something like $2.80 a can.
Wow.
It's madness, that, mate. Get on the water. Get a bottle of Volvic.
Don't you start, man. I can't do council pop. Not a chance. Council, there's no taste.
No, honestly, right, I mean, I don't drink enough water, right, but I did go through a phase of Volvic, you know, the strawberry one. Oh, mate, lovely. Drink a couple of them a day, you can get it for about £1 for a litre and a half.
Yeah.
You're sounding like a proper elf guru, Ian.
So in front of me now, right, I've got that.
And how much is that?
I've got that. That's what I've drank since I got up.
Wow.
I bet they're just as bad as Red Bull.
How much are they to buy?
You're fan there?
How much are they to buy?
4 cans of that is £5.50, right? San Miguel, that is. But they always seem to be on offer. You can pay like £1 or £1.25 for one of them, but normally they're about £2. But I wouldn't pay £2 for one. I only get them when they're on offer.
He's a tight ass, isn't he?
Yeah. You've got to watch the pennies, man, haven't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
anyway, I'll have to jump off because we're both about to die. But yeah, you have a look at your back chat. I'm 2 points up.
Well, if you're here later on, we've got a part 2, and you can redeem yourself because you could still be the champ. You know, you could still be the champ. You could still find yourself with the bragging rights, mate. But at the minute, it's Will Mobile showing you all up.
Yeah. But Will needs a point deducting.
We'll have a look behind the scenes, mate. But just don't be so bitter. Don't be so bitter.
All right, I'll catch you both later.
Yeah, nice one, mate.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, Vandy, you're getting more comfortable on your panels now, I think, because it was only a few weeks ago that I was watching somebody's. I can't remember who it was now, and I nearly fell off my seat when you jumped on the panel.
I know. I just sort of made an appearance, didn't I?
So what was it that were you always wanting to go on and you just never did it, or plucked up the courage, or what was it that got you over the hurdle to go on?
I think I was just getting really chatty, and because I chat a lot. But if if there's nobody in the house, then I just jump on, and usually my son's kicking about, and to be honest, he's quite noisy. He's got Tourette's and he's very vocal. So if I don't have a headset that worked on my old phone, that's why I got a new phone, because my headset port wasn't working properly. So I didn't wear a headset. But if there's nobody in the house, I just jump on now. I feel a wee bit more confident now, I think.
It's good though, isn't it? It's a good buzz though, isn't it? When you've got a few people on there.
Yeah, I love it. Well,
Yeah, because there's loads of people. I bet there's loads of people, you know, would love to come on, but they just can't break the duck. You know what I mean? Just I'd say to them, just get yourself on. Like, you know, me and Darren are always like,
yeah, dead encourage. And it's a friendly, the wee friendly channels I find are a lot friendly, are a lot friendlier. I used to go on the big channels, but now I don't really go on them. There's Gav. Hey,
yes,
Gav.
Body form.
Gav loves this channel, man. Gav's turning into a big fan now. Like,
He's singing. You're singing the Apology Call advert.
We were all talking about it in the chat. I was like, I'm going to sing that, man. I like that song.
Brilliant.
what's your name on there now, Gav?
Oh, no, is it still that?
Because I looked in the back there. I looked in the back and is it Ginger Jihadi?
Yeah, Ginger Jihadi. Kearney changed it last night. I forgot to change it back, man.
I haven't done that yet, you know. I keep forgetting that I can do that, you know, change people's names. So
aye, man, it can cause a lot of bother flying me, like it can cause a lot of bother.
I know it can, like it can, but it is quite funny, like when you see some of the panels. And but I've never done it yet. I know I can, but you can change that back whenever you want, Gav.
Yeah, I just forgot when I came out. I forgot to change it back.
So what happened? What exactly happened the other week when people were changing the names, but then they couldn't change them back, and they were stuck with them for like 2 weeks?
Oh,
what was going on there?
That's in the chat, Flyme. That's just in the chat. If you change your name twice, you get stuck with it. And I was saying I carry on like I did a couple of months ago, and you know how Woo Mobile. I changed mine to Moo Mobile.
Yeah, that was you, wasn't it? Yeah, it was you that played funny buggers, yeah.
14 days flying, I got stuck with it. 14 days.
The funniest one was somebody changed Stig's name to Jaggy Thistle, and he actually didn't come on the panel. He wouldn't even go in the chat because he was coming up as Jaggy Thistle.
Brilliant.
or I'm going to be controversial here. Did he do it himself?
Oh.
I don't know, mate, but it definitely kept him off chat for 2 weeks. Definitely.
Who knows what folk get up to? Who knows?
Peggy's saying it should be Ginger Ninja, your name, mate.
I've had Ginger Ninja as well. I've had Ginger Ninja, and what does that say before Graham Gav can only go at night with his hat on? Hashtag Ginger what? Ginger saying.
I'm struggling to see the bloody screen here. Honestly, on my phone, I can't wait to get this tablet.
Ginger Seer Human 2 or something. I don't know.
Prince Harry was the best.
Was that, Wanda?
Were you not getting called Prince Harry last night?
Prince Harry, no, that was the worst one. Like, I'm not wanting to be. That's pretty bad. Oh, Gingers are human too. Phil Graham, respect, man, respect.
So, Gav, you were one of the few that popped up in Chris the Bricks chat this morning, weren't you?
I'll go anywhere, Flying. At the end of the day, it's like it's YouTube. At the end of the day, right? I'm not really interested unless they're a proper wronging, right? Obviously, I'm not talking to them, right? But a lot of these accusations are unfounded. They're pretty outrageous. Some of them outright lies. It's like I can't be doing with it. I can't be doing it. I just want a banter. I'll go anywhere I want, really. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if everyone was like you, Gav, it wouldn't be a problem. But not everyone's like that. A lot of people. I'm guilty of it. I now watch chats that I would used to comment in, and I don't comment in them. I watch them.
I'm the same.
You're the same, Vanda, yeah?
Yeah. I just refuse. I don't comment because we don't even need to comment, and we're getting called the dark side or whatever. And it's crazy. It's just craziness. It's insane.
This
And I
morning
think
was a perfect example, right? When Chris the Brick was live about 5 o'clock, I think there was another live on who doesn't get on with Chris at the same time.
yeah.
And now I jumped in Chris's chat because I like Chris, right? He's known me from day one on here. And there's no way that I'm not going to say all right to him if he's live, and I did. But there was already people ghosted him at 5 in the morning. There was a few there was about 14 in his chat, but only a few were chatting. And it's just like, it's just sad from like, Chris has only been coming on here a couple of months, and it's got to this stage already, you know what I mean?
It's crazy.
And what they done to him, the same as what they done with Tunes, is disgusting, really. Winding a man up that much when they know that most men will go out and fight if they have to wind them up that much, I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially, it's different if they're doing it without realising what they're doing. But
Yeah,
I seriously think they know what they're doing. I do.
They know.
Can we see an end to it? Can we see an end to it? Like, oh, how's it gonna pan out?
I don't know, to be honest.
Do you know Shirvanda?
I don't know.
I've got an opinion on this, but it's controversial again. But here goes. Yeah, I'm honest. I'm fair. I think they'll implode from the inside.
Say that again. What did you say there, Gav?
I think they'll implode from the inside because it's all a game for the very few. There's only very few that's making money from it. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, what's happening now is I think YouTube is starting to like get a grip of it now, aren't they? Well, maybe not YouTube, but it's getting serious because like channels are getting took down and getting strikes and everything, and it's just going to take somebody. One of the big guns it's going to be the big guns that have to put an end to it. You know what I mean? One of them's just going to have to man up and just say, "Oh, look, let's just stop it all," because that's all it needs.
I don't think they're going to do that, man. I don't think that. I think they're all working off their egos, and they're trying to make. They're gaslighting. They're trying to build their own gang and make out that everybody else is in a gang. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't take offence to anything anybody says to me, so I don't really care, to be honest. I just go where I want, as Gav says. I just go where I want.
Yeah, but it's sad though when you used to go there's chats there where there's loads of people in there you like, and you used to sit and talk to them all. Now, like because
you know
not worth the hassle, is it?
Because you know there's other people they're going to say, well, what are they doing here? As if you're not allowed to go there.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of that, right? 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'd go into Cesspit. Expo would come on after, I'd go into that, and I would chat to both sides. I didn't think there was sides then. Maybe was a wee bit, but I would talk to both, like people that didn't get on with fax notification, people that didn't get on with Sean Wayne, whoever, not Northern King, whoever. I would chat to the person that they got on with because that's not my battle.
Yeah, the thing is with me, I'm sort of in the middle. Like I try to keep out of it all, but I am someone who gets on with like most people, you know. So everyone who's in Expo's chat, I'll know them all, and a lot of them will come in here or they'll say all right to me. But I still don't feel comfortable going in the chat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I get blocked. I get blocked after one comment, and 3 or 4 of the channels. Yeah, and it's usually not that bad. I'll sometimes just say, "Am I blocked?" Boom, timed out or blocked. And I'm one of the easiest going people on here. I think I don't know. It's maybe ego talking. I don't know, but I think I am.
I tell you what's been what I've been surprised at this week, and he is Scottish. I'm sure he's Scottish, isn't he? John Beck. Like, what's happened with him there on Flavours this week? Like, he's
I
been
noticed,
getting wound right up, hasn't he?
I think he was, I noticed him on Flavours, he was shouting and bawling that somebody had contacted his child on Xbox or something.
Right, right.
I think that's the same guy. He was shouting about somebody had contacted his child, but I don't know anything about it. That's all I seen. It was the first time
Yeah, I don't know. He has been in here, John. He comes in here, I'm sure he does. But I seen he was really wound up. Not just one day. This was going on for this happened over a few days on Flavours.
Yeah.
But no, I would draw the line at that.
I think for somebody to get wound up that much, what's caused that? There's got to be a reason.
Yeah, I agree. I think something has hit his nerve. Somebody's triggered him, and obviously, if your child's been contacted online, you're gonna freak out. You're gonna freak out, regardless of what. You know, it's obvious.
He comes onto some of my videos and he comments, right, and he's nothing but nice to me, So that tells me there's something more to that.
Character, aye, definitely. He was definitely going after the seat for something.
It doesn't excuse it.
But is it? It's hard to describe it, like, but I don't want to be. See, I don't want to, like, this channel. I don't even know how I would describe it. You know what I mean? Like, but it sort of contradicts people where there's people in this channel who go and argue on other channels, but they'll come in mine, the same people, and they'll have respect and they won't argue. They'll just have a laugh.
That's the way it should be.
That's brilliant. But then they go over and have the drama in the other channels. But I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I like what we've got going here now, but I could name you 50 people who used to come in here who don't anymore. I still talk to them. But there's at least 50 people who used to come in here who don't anymore. You know what I mean?
It's sad for him, yes. It's sad. Sad one, done that. Sad.
Yes, because there's people that aren't as strong characters as us and won't come up on the panel, and they enjoy the chat. So if they're feeling that uncomfortable that they don't even want to chat, that's sad. That's sad.
It is, like, and you do try not to talk about it, but like we've been live for nearly 3 hours, and we've only spoke about this for the last 10 minutes, haven't we? And I think you've got to a little bit. You've got to talk about it a little, have your opinion. You don't have to take sides or anything.
You don't have to mention names or channels. It's just a situation that's happening, and everybody knows it's happening.
But if you want to grow your channel, like me, if you want to grow your channel, you have got to think about it. It's not like I can't just come on here and say, anyone come on and say what you want about anyone, because your channel just gone, or you've got to find that balance. You know what I mean?
I think it's all down to respect from the host. Really,
I was just going to say that earlier there, Vanda, and Mrs. Moon, the two of them, Mr. and Mrs. Moon there, it's big respect,
I think it is down to a respect thing. If you're going to come into somebody's channel, you don't sit there and bitch about other people. I've never done it. Never. And I think it's just rude. It's just rude. Bringing problems to somebody else's channel, it's just horrible.
Yeah, it's sort of like anyone in here who knows that, like, I love a bit of banter. Me, like, I'm as sarcastic as they come. Like, I go in chats and for hours and take the mick, but it's all fun. You know what I mean?
As long as it's down, just into having a crack and a giggle, it's everybody's wanting, I think, except from a very small percentage, and that small percentage is the people that are mucking it up for everybody else.
I was in Andrew J's last night, very late, and there was 4 or 5 years in the chat. Me, Mermaids with Broken Tail, Peggy, Solway, 1 or 2 others. Honestly, it was just constant banter for about 2 hours. Constant banter.
Yeah.
Wasn't even listening to the panel really.
It can get like that, where you're just having a crack with the chat, and know that you're not really listening to what's going on the panel.
That's what happens all the time in my lives, Vanda. No one listens to me, man. They just come in and talk in the chat, you know what I mean? That's why I've got you here, Vanda, and Big G. And you know, like if I,
Broken Tail,
I can
Mermaids with
come
Broken
on
Tail
and
just came in when I mentioned her. That is spooky, man.
see, Mermaid's a good example. Mermaid's been around YouTube for a long time, you know. But she always comes in here.
Yeah.
Always comes in here and feels comfortable, but it's not like that for her in every channel, you know what I mean?
100%. Honestly, I've had some of the best laughs with her. Some of the best. Honestly, she's fast, witty.
Oh, the witty, you know, some of these women, man, the brutal with the wit.
Man. That's the way it should be, though. It should be a mutual. Like Vanda, you're funny as well, and you're up for it. It should be like that, eh?
Aye, I could take a bit of banter and some, like the voucher Vanda thing. That's hilarious. I just find that funny. I didn't take, but nobody's actually went in on me and called me anything or said anything really nasty. So I don't really, because I don't do it to anybody else, so I don't really expect it back.
Yeah, until it happens, Vanda. Until it happens, and I hope it doesn't. Like, you don't know how you react to it. A bad comment, you know.
Yeah,
I've had a wee bit of hate the last week there, in my channel and that, and elsewhere, and it's like I've not done nothing to anybody. It's crazy, really. It's crazy.
Yeah, big up Monk. Monk's another one, man. I've known Monk since day one on here. He's been through the mill more than anyone on here. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah.
Still comes back, man.
I don't really know him there.
Yeah, Monk's alright.
To him actually. Is he okay? I've seen him a bit, but I've never really spoke to him.
Yeah, he's down Monk, man. He's sound, man.
Really
on back of the Pablo days, you know what I mean?
I'll be well saying hiya to him now, then hiya, Monk.
Here he is, king of the live streams. Tim, can you hear me, Smith?
Oh, Tim Smith, lovely. Hiya, Tim.
Hiya, Tim. How you doing, pal?
Another great live today, mate, from yourself or from Swanee.
Well, Swan. I had to leave Swan on it. I couldn't get back on there. Honest to God, I tried everything. I just couldn't do it. And I got on there eventually, and then all of a sudden I pressed the wrong button, the leave button. And that was it.
Sorry, I need to mention Distat as well. Distat was in that chat last night as well, late on. Forgot about that. Distat. Sorry, Distat, bro.
Oh, is that when PP came in?
I did. I offered him a square go. I offered Distat a square go this morning in Chris's channel, and he popped it. He said, "No, I don't want that smoke."
See, that's the difference there. That's a great example of the difference of the channels, because we know Flyme's having a joke and I carry on. Yeah. Whereas other channels, they're saying that and you actually don't know.
Yeah.
And another thing it does, right, is that say say somebody's slagging somebody you get on with off on a channel as well.
No, it's hard.
You want to go in and say something, but who's going to go up against 300 people in a chat and stick up for somebody? You know what I mean? And it makes you feel terrible.
I went in Flavor's chat, right? And there's a couple of people there that just give me all those red circles, like.
What's that?
What are these red circles? What do they mean?
Well, so I'm in the wrong crowd, like, in other words.
Really?
Dave, we know you would. We've all seen Dave. David action, didn't we? Haven't we? Dave
I'm not bothered. I've
done as well. If I think somebody's been. Sorry, Tim. On you go, Tim.
Go on, mate. Honest.
I'm saying I would as well if I felt somebody was wronged. If I think it's just banter, I'll join in, or I'll join in on that person's side, things like that. But if somebody's been totally wronged, I'll stick up for them, definitely.
But,
I think.
but the
I
thing
think
is, Gav, I wouldn't think any different of you if you didn't, though. You know what I mean? I would totally agree. I know, like Dave. I talk to Dave all the time, and usually he'll tell you that I'll say to him, I'll say, Dave, please do not go on that channel. He'll say, all right then. About an hour later, here he is on the channel arguing with everyone. You know what I mean? But I always advise him not to, but he always does. You know.
Big up, Smithers. Big up, Smithers.
But I know what it's like, man. You're putting yourself out there for the vultures. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
At the end of the day, why are we coming on here? What's the reason? What's the main reason 99% come on here for?
For the band, to escape, probably. To escape the exact thing that's getting pushed upon us, I would say.
Yeah, battering a bit of escapism. That's I said that for the start. That's my reasons.
Yeah.
And it's what everyone likes as well. Everyone likes a bit of like back and forth, but it doesn't have to get like over the top.
Yeah.
You know, you can have somebody on the panel who you might not agree with, but come on and have it out with them. But it doesn't have to get where you're gonna beat them up or you're gonna start talking about the kids and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a no-go in my anywhere you come from in Britain. Actually, I was going to say in my area, anywhere.
Yeah, man. So Tim, you've been doing quite a few lives, haven't you? You should be good at it by now, you know.
I just can't. I don't know what it is, Moon. I don't know. I just keep messing with my phone, like, you know, when it's in my hand, and I shouldn't really. I should just put it down and have done with it, like, you know. But I can't help myself.
Because first of all, it was your sound always used to be messed up, wasn't it? You got that sorted out. Now you're bloody.
Now everything else
God knows what you do. You've got a problem with your fridge, haven't you, as well? You've got that fridge is still weakened.
The fridge is fine. It's, you know, every time I put the charger in the phone, that's what makes a noise.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, like, but I'm going to have an update soon anyway. So I do a laptop and a new phone, or new phone and one of these tablets.
So you three on the chat now, right? Vander, how many times do you charge your phone up a day? Do you just plug it in till you've got 100% and then take it out, or are you constantly plugging your charger in all day?
No, usually it'll be charged when I wake up in the morning, and I just walk about with my headset on and listening in.
Yeah.
But I've just got a new phone.
My charger wire is forever plugged in, honestly. It's like...
Yeah. I think
my phone is doing
I would say once, twice a day sometimes. Right up to 100, and then get it down to about 5. Supposedly when you do that, see when you charge your battery at 50% up to 100, you're no charging the bottom half of the battery. And that's good for the battery. I got told that recently. So I just put it right down to about 5 and then start again.
I'll show you something now. What's happened to my phone?
Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to do it. That's the way it'll tell you. The manual will say you let it run right down, and then you charge it right up, and you get more life out of it. You know, but who does that?
Just bear with me a sec. I'll just put my camera on, and I'll show you my phone now.
As soon as I got told, I must have OCD.
Right.
What was happened there, Tim? Sorry, Tim. What were you saying there?
That's his phone. Oh dear.
Aye.
No.
It's mad, isn't it? Like, we've all got phones like that, haven't we? The screens are cracked and everything, and you just put up with it, don't you? You wouldn't put up with it if it was on your telly, would you? But you will on your phone.
I know. this up now, it smells of burning.
Oh dear.
It's bad,
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, Tim, you definitely need a new one there, bro.
yeah, I sure do.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, so at the moment on YouTube, like,
Did you?
See what
Well,
Layer Cake's saying there, right? Smithers, I like a roast, but only if the person deserves it. Other than that, I don't want to cause people no distress, not on YouTube. There's enough of that in real life. Boom. At the end of the day, right, we get past divide and conquer tactics for above us constantly, all the time. Why should we put up with one here?
yeah. You know what would be another good one? But if you could make it a rule is, fair enough, right? You still don't mention families and stuff, but you could have an argument. But when you log off for that day, it's forgot about, and then tomorrow is a new day. You know what I mean? If it was like that, it would be all right. But it isn't, though, is it? You know what I mean? It isn't like that. People don't forget about things that people have said. You might say, "Oh, we'll forget about it," but you always know that person's said that about you or has got in on you like that. I mean, PB's a fine example, man. I like PB, always have, and like he comes in here, and I'll always let him in here. But the shit he puts up with, I just couldn't function like with the shit that he's put up with. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he lets it go over his head and stuff. You know what I mean? Honestly.
yeah, you got. I get on with everyone, like, you know, but it's coming to a stage now. If I go in any chat, like, you know, they're sort of like, I don't know, they just pounce on you, like. So I just stick to my lines, I think.
I wouldn't like it to be that stage, to be honest, where I felt uncomfortable, where I was getting timed out or things were said to me. I would feel really upset, to be honest, if that was me.
I mean,
I
it
take
doesn't
things.
bother me, like, 'cause it's just YouTube, but at the end of the day, like, you know, you should be able to go in the chat without anybody,
Yeah,
excuse my
yeah, it
French,
should be a
you know.
mutual thing.
There's people in the chat talking about doxing just now. What is doxing? Where's the line
Doxing.
where it's no doxing? Where's the line where it is? That's where
Doxing.
I get confused.
I think doxing is when
you put people's addresses and all that out there.
Yeah. I wouldn't give anybody's specific location out because it's up to them to do that themselves. If somebody else done that, I don't mind if anybody done it with me because I'm quite open about where I'm from. But some people have good reason not to want that publicised.
Yeah,
so,
should it?
Yeah, it's not.
Let's face it. If you wanted to find out information about anyone on here, you could, couldn't you? It's not. It's not hard, is it?
I jumped into a chat, Uncle JJ's chat the other day, and I commented, and straight away I got a PM on my Facebook profile. Now, my name's not spelled with a V, it's pronounced with a V. My name's spelled with a W, but it's pronounced Vanda. So that's why it's spelled Vanda on YouTube, because it saves people call me Wanda all the time.
Right.
And somebody come onto my Facebook and says, "Is that you and Uncle JJ's chat?" They were just looking after his channel to make sure it wasn't anybody dodgy. And I said, yeah. And it was fine. But that just shows you it's easy to find somebody. Easy.
There you go, Vanda. There's an example of it right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so is giving out a face doxing then? What do you think of that?
I think
people who don't show the face on here and but other people put their picture out. That's bang out of order. Like, you just don't do it, do you? You know what I mean? It's easy. You just don't do it.
Yeah, you just respect people. I think respect their wishes. If they don't want their face on screen, then respect that. It's moral. It's a moral compass, really. Everybody has one. Just depends on how far you're willing to push it.
I did say for this, right? There's a lot of back and forth went with that, right? I'm just asking for like what people think. I did say from the start, right, people that stay in the chat, they could be staying in there for 1,000 different reasons, eh? It doesn't need to be bad. It doesn't need to be bad. It could be anything.
The thing is, if you come on YouTube, right, and you make the decision not to show your face, right, no one will bother you. But if you have an opinion and you're faceless, someone will just see it as a challenge to like, oh well, I'm going to show their face. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
it's just one way of getting to you. You know what I mean? It's something to have a go at you about. So if you're not going to show your face, it's sort of, you can't really be outspoken, you know, without getting shit. To be honest, I never even thought about it. I didn't even. It didn't come into my mind about not showing my face. I don't even know why. Because I think when I come on back a year ago, none of this was about. You didn't worry about it. You know what I mean? Doxing and stuff. It wasn't even a word back in the day. But yeah, if you come on, you don't show your face. I think you have got to be careful about what you say, because it's the first thing that they'll do. First thing, because they know it'll.
Yeah, they will.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But if you come on panels, then you've got to expect all these like clips or whatever, but it don't give the right a person to rip into you just because you're following someone else.
Yeah, you're getting shot for association, Tim, aren't you?
Yeah, and I've been around YouTube 8 years, 9 years now, and you know it's coming to a stage where I just don't want to go in any chat, you know, and that's it. Like,
and the thing is, right? The thing is, once they do put that picture of your face out, right, it might really affect you, but to them, it'll be somebody else the next day. Oh, your face is out now. We'll move on to someone else. You know what I mean? But you've got to. You've been trying to keep your face off the internet for a year. Somebody's just put it out, and then they'll just move on to the next person. Like the next day, it'll be someone else.
Yeah, I think if that ever happened, like by mistake or something, that I went out, you know, I put my picture, I'd be off YouTube. Simple as, like.
It's never bothered me right from the start. I came on here and I was just no bothered. I maybe should have been, I don't know, but I've nothing to hide. I
totally understand anyone who doesn't want to put the face out. I could totally understand it. Like, it's entirely up to them, isn't it? But you are just like putting yourself. It's the first thing that people are going to do if you get into an argument. Well, you're outspoken. That's what they'll try and do first.
But people say, well, you know, put your face out there, or you got something to hide, like, you know, so you can't win both ways, like, you know. So yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, you hear that one all the time. Oh, what have you got to hide? You know what I mean? Well, so what? What's it got to do with you? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
It could be a job. It could be family reasons. You could go on and on.
But you've definitely got to be thick-skinned to be on these sort of panels, and you know.
Oh God,
yeah. So what are you drinking then, Mo? Is it
cold coffee?
I've been on San Miguel for a bit now. Like, that's been the lager of choice for now. I don't even know why, but it's quite nice. Right, if I have anything to drink, right, it's got to be like freezing cold. I can't drink anything, you know. If it's like a can of Coke, it's got to have been in the fridge.
Yeah.
I can't drink
Ken, someone, I've had a couple of hangy words with Layer Cake here and there, right? Just through association again. But he speaks sense, man. He speaks sense.
Yeah, Layer Cake's. He's one of them where he can go. He can go in any chat. You know what I mean? He's been on here loads of times. I've spoken to him for hours, just being him on one live on here, and but he goes to like expos and all that. But he's always welcome in here, man. knows that.
Aye.
He
There's
knows
some
that.
sense there. He's talking about like Labour and the Tories just being as bad as each other. I totally agree with that these days. I used to think Labour were better, but now they're just the same. They're just the same.
Yeah, I don't get into politics. You know what I mean? Like,
You're not going to spin no one's Joe. I'll see you 11 o'clock tomorrow morning.
oh, you're doing that tomorrow, are you,
Yeah,
Tim?
that's if I don't press any wrong buttons, like.
So your phone is literally overheating now, is it? It's like red
Yeah,
hot.
I'm on my tablet now, look, but the volume is not the best on this tablet.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go on a panel with Moses shouting and all that, like I got no chance of saying nothing because it's really low.
Mm.
So I got to upgrade.
Well, I'm going to up my game, right? From next week when I get this new tablet, right? I'm going to start, you know, where I can share like clips and stuff on the screen
Yeah,
instead of like, you know, if, like the music at the start, when I start live, I'm playing the music on YouTube on the telly and the sound's just traveling to my phone, you know what I mean? That's why the quality's crap.
yeah. Well,
Well, all I have
I
to
got
do,
some.
yeah.
Go on, mate.
I'm saying all you have to do is like learn how to share a screen, you know, or share the music. All the others can do it, and there's no reason
Yeah,
why I can't. I'm just bloody
well,
lazy.
Troll Watch done me some intros, but I can't seem to get them up. I can't seem to work them.
Yeah,
And I honestly couldn't tell you how to do it.
that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like.
Yeah, I got some lovely banners as well to put up and all that, but I just can't do it.
Yeah, because it's just good, you know. Like Filmboy does it, and Julian's doing it all the time now. You know, where he's bringing clips of tunes up, and it just makes it funnier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And like just all that, changing people's names on the screen for a laugh and stuff. It's just funny. You know what I mean? You've got to
panel like, and there's still that name you've changed it from. Like.
just little things like that where it just makes it better, it just makes it funnier, you know what I mean? But that phone does look like it's on its last legs there, like Tim, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Sean Wayne's wanting the link there, Fly Me.
Oh, is he? I'm going.
Sean Wayne's good, man. I like Sean Wayne, man.
He's a good chap, like, you know.
Yeah.
I think sometimes, how can I put it, in the nice way, he don't out himself in chats.
He's combative, but I think
he's going to come out. It depends whether he mentions about being timed out in the first 5 seconds here.
Yeah.
Come on, Sean. Let's have it, Sean. Let's have it.
He's always been a one-man sort of, you know. I have as well, like, but you know, you've just got to blank all these negativity things in the chat, like. But
Sean will tell you. Sean will tell you. We've always had his back on here, man. Sean's always been known he can come in here all the time. Or even when he was getting all the shit off everyone else, like he knew he was all right in here, man.
He gives as good as he gets, and he usually gets attacked first. Yeah. But then I don't know. It could be both ways. I don't know. But that's my opinion on it.
It's not 2, it's 3 or 4 going on him as well, like, and you think, whoa, you know, do I really want to get involved in that?
Well, exactly. I like Sean, right? But if I was, say, in the cesspit, well, maybe not the cesspit, but I was in Expos, and Sean was getting loads of stick. As much as I like him, there's just no way that I could go in and stick up for him. It wouldn't. It's not going to make anyone else stop doing what they're doing.
No, and I've even left chats because he's been getting at, like, you know, I just can't. Yeah.
You're on, Sean. I'm going to bring you on, mate, if you want to turn your camera. Yeah, man.
Good afternoon.
You all right, brother?
Big up, Sean.
First of all, I need to apologise to Fly Me to the Moon and Blue Dawn for introducing a note of contumely into the chat this afternoon. And lowering and generally lowering the tone.
No, you
Fair
haven't
play,
gone that
Sean,
far with
fair
me,
play,
Sean.
man.
You haven't lowered the tone in my eyes, mate. I know you and Lou have had a bit of back and forth, but it's all banter, mate. It's all banter.
I wasn't back and forth with Lou. She keeps me in check, does Lou. Lou's a good mod.
Yeah, man.
When I step out of line, Lou just lets me know.
You know that, mate.
Anyway, can I make another request, right?
Hmm?
When you have a quiz, can you not put words like Indianapolis in it? Because it takes too long for me to Google that.
Yeah, I know. Indy 500, is that the same thing?
Oh, that's what I should have done. Yeah, that would have been quicker. I tried to type in.
That would do, Sean, Indy 500.
Or just
Who got that answer right? Who the hell knew that they drank milk after that, the winner?
I can't remember who the answer for that was.
I think it was Distat, wasn't it? Distat, how the hell did you know that, mate?
They
That is
do
weird.
that to hydrate yourself.
And why is that? Why do they drink milk? What's all that about?
Some daft tradition,
Well,
probably.
no,
Listen, guys, can you hear me all right?
Perfect.
Pardon, I can't hear you well.
I'll take an educated guess, right? See, in Scotland, we're famous for our Aberdeen Angus, right? In the south, they're famous, in the South of America, Texas, and places like that, they're famous for eating beef. So it's maybe something to do with that.
We're famous for eating Welsh cakes.
Yeah, I'll have to, well, I might, unless Distat can put it in the chat, we'll have to Google it. But I have got another 15 good questions, like I'm going to do part 2. But
there you go, Distat's saying it, dairy country, man. That was my educated guess, eh? I don't know if he's bang on with that or probably,
See Lou Don saying Sean Wayne ain't no angel.
Well, you can't be sure, mate. So you've adapted, like, haven't you, Sean? You've adapted to it, haven't you, Sean?
No, my problem is if I think somebody's going at me, I then go at them for about 3 days. I don't give up. I just keep on going. That's my problem. I don't shut up. So I must learn to not do that.
Like, but then it just brings it all back on yourself again then, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's just that.
I try and, stick up for you in the chat, but you're getting hounded that much. It's like...
Yeah, well, what I've done now, Tim, is I've taken people's advice, and I've now blocked 27 people, so I never see Genghis Khan, and never see a word that the man says, or Big Vlad, or any of those people. I don't actually see what they say.
No, which is a good thing, I suppose, Sean,
Yeah. Which brings me, Fly to the Moon, to my little solution to all these mod wars, yeah?
Yeah.
So, first of all, the 2 big channels ought to take the spanners away. Then they can give them to whoever I would give spanners to the likes of that TNK and Tim Smith, people that, they're known not to be biased.
Yeah.
But furthermore, as I give out more spanners, I would tell the mod that if they block someone, they cannot block someone unless it's doxing or racism or something awful like that. And if they do block someone, they are called up to the panel to explain why they did it. And if they can't explain why they did it, they lose their spanner. Simple.
But this is where it all goes wrong, because channel owners, they don't say to the mods, all right, this is what you want doing, or make sure you do this and all that. They don't. They just mod them and just open the
You've got to give a little bit of instruction, right? Like if you've got a big channel, like you should come on, like Filmboy should come on and say, look, tonight I don't want you to time people out for this, but you know what? Where it gets mixed up, Sean, is when people say block too easily. People don't get blocked very rarely. Like to block someone, can a mod block someone from the whole channel?
No, it's only time out, isn't it? Or they can delete that message.
They can block you. They can block
but they can also, oh, come on, Tim. They can also block the person from speaking at all for the rest of the night.
Just for that night. Just for that night, though, Sean.
No. Until the owner unblocks them. So people get the word blocked mixed up. Blocked actually means hid, means piss off. You're not coming in this chat again.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's getting mixed up where
a timeout or a delete is just.
Yeah, I understand that. That's why I've never actually deleted anyone. That's why I think, you know, no one should be deleted off any, unless obviously like, you know, racist and all that, like, but
That's what I'm
I
saying,
think
right?
I timed
And
out
then,
about 5 days.
yeah, and that's right, Tim. And then if somebody, now let's get these words correct. Delete just means delete the comment, which is the same as a timeout. Block is the same as hid, which means they vanish off that until they, maybe 2 days later or something, right? So my point is, if someone blocks a viewer, they should be called up to they should say why they did it. If they can't explain it, then they lose their spanner. What's so difficult about that?
I'll give you an example of this, right? I'll tell you the channel, but I'll not tell you the person, right? On Anything Goes, I keep on getting blocked by one certain mod, right? I go in the next day and I'm unblocked again. So either Archer's shuffling or unblocking me, and then that same person is blocking me again. It's not even their channel.
Yeah, I know who that is, but anyway, that happens to
And
me.
I,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of mods, they haven't got a fucking clue how to use a fucking spanner.
That's correct.
You know,
they only use that's right. They don't use it to post links. They don't use it to boost their
Personal,
channel.
it should not be used for personal reasons. That's it. Anything personal.
No, they just sit there and they don't promote the channel. They don't plug any links. They don't put any copy. They just sit there waiting to block people.
That's it, like, yeah.
That's all they do.
Exactly.
So I don't see what the
100%.
point is.
More spanners, more trouble. Basically, that's all it is. The more spanners you give out, the more trouble you're going to get on your channel.
Well, no, that's an interesting thing, right? Because if you go in the paranoid channels, like Julian, nearly everybody now has a spanner. So they're going to end up with 110 spanners, all agreeing with each other, and the whole thing will collapse. And it's the same way Archie, anything goes.
Well, there's another channel that does it because it started now where you're getting people, spanners can go in past live streams and block people when they're from old live streams, can't they?
Yeah, only if
if
banned on that channel, like.
If people had to use their heads, I spotted that one, and it wasn't hard to figure out because at the time there were 3 channels where that was happening, and there was an overlap of mods, so it had to be some of the overlap, and that was only about 10 people. But I wasn't going to open my mouth because it was nothing to do with me.
That's it, Sean. You've got this tag now as being like a spanner expert, you know. People say, "Oh, you're sad because you're always going on about spanners," but it's what's caused all the trouble, spanners.
Of course,
and what you can do with them. Everything's down to spanners, down to blocking people, and that's
right. So therefore, if that's the main problem, then that's the main thing the owners should attack. And my solution is call the mod up to the panel where he's got a voice like myself and Tim, and say, why did you block that person? If they haven't got a proper reason, take the spanner off them. Why is this so difficult?
See, if I had a channel, this would be my answer. Either don't give anybody spanners or give everybody spanners. And I've seen this in an American chat. Everybody had spanners. Everybody.
Right, there's a guy who we all know, right, in the mountains, right, who changes his mind every day, right? But what he's doing at the minute, he's giving everyone a spanner, but he's taking them all off at the end of the live. He's taking everyone's spanner, which is that's a good idea in my eyes. You know what I mean? Because then anyone can say anything they want, but at the end he takes them all off them again. You know what I mean? So they can't do anything afterwards because that's out of order.
I left that guy's channel because he was just attacking everybody, and I thought he's turned into a bit of a madman. So I just quit completely.
And if you ask him any questions, he's the biggest deflector on here.
No, I don't go near him.
You
see, Layer Cake is saying, Sean, but it's like that in other chats. No, Layer Cake, you've got to try to be objective, fella, right? There are 3 channels where nearly everybody are mods. Watch the chat, and you'll see comments vanishing, and you know who the 3 channels are. So let's not bullshit around the bush here.
Yeah, it does happen. You do see that.
I looked back at a chat last night. This is true. I looked back at a chat last night, and a certain mod was boasting to another mod, "Oh look, I've taken out 3 fake Sean Whale accounts." I wasn't in the chat. Didn't comment anywhere at any point. This is what you call paranoia. So some poor fucker, right, has made himself up an account and gone in there, right, with the best of intentions. Bang! Must be Sean Wayne. Must be Gav B. Must be this, that. Must be one of the enemy. Let's block them. It's crazy.
It's when somebody gets blocked and then there's loads of laughy faces after it, you know what I mean? The next comment's all laughing faces.
Yeah, we know who does that.
But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Never used to, though. Never used to. Months ago, it was...
No.
If you got a spanner, you were like, oh, buzzing about it. The last thing you thought about was using it for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean?
Well, my spanner in Cesspit is to try and promote Cesspit. That's what your job is, right?
But you get ridiculed for that, though, don't you?
Yeah, I'd be spamming the link, trying to build up the subs and all that sort of thing. And I would have thought that's what a spanner's for. And then if somebody's putting in doxing or blatant racism, then they have to be blocked. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's just what it's.
But I think more and more, the people are starting to realise the mods, or at least main mods, have got to come up to onto the panel and explain what the fuck is going on in that chat. I can't see why anybody's got a difficulty with that. Nobody has to show their face. You just come on. Why did you block that person? You don't have a reason. You're fired. That's it. Done.
I mean, how many people do you see now lately in chats who were saying, "Take my spanner off me. Take my spanner off me, please." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always at the minute. It's a hot topic at the minute, and people.
Yeah, Daryl's got it pretty good because he's got a balance. He's got a balance like of all sides of YouTube as spanners. But I don't. My problem nowadays is I don't see the half of what these Expo mods write because I've got them all blocked. I will never see another John Smith comment. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's fair, dude. Just do that, don't you? You just do. That's all you've got to do, really.
You keep saying I see his comments. I don't see his comments. I will never ever see another John Smith comment. Simple as that, right? I don't like sexually perverted comments, so I don't look at them. That's it. Done.
Sean, how do I'm on YouTube Studio on my laptop now. How do I get to my block list again? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know about it.
You don't know how to do it.
I think you look at
Go down to permissions. Fly me. Go to permissions in your studio.
Permissions.
Yeah, is it called permissions or there's only like 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4, 5 things which is in your.
Yeah, I've got analytics, comments, copyright.
Go down to the bottom. Go to settings.
Oh, settings. Yeah.
Yeah, click on that.
Yeah. Oh, permissions. Yeah. I've got it.
I think that's how you do it.
I think most people do it after the live's ended, actually.
Yeah. No, that just comes up. It says permissions for Fly Me to the Moon.
Well, go down to it.
Community.
Yeah, try that one.
Community, yeah.
You should have that on there as well. Who you got mods?
Oh yeah, I've got a list of all my moderators now.
It should tell you if it's anyone's blocked.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. How many moderators do you think I've got?
I would say about 10 maximum.
10. Yeah. I've got 10. And one of them I need to take off because I don't know where she's gone. Does anyone know what happened to CJ?
Never heard of her.
No, I've got her on Instagram and I text her and I had no reply. I know she went very well going back a while.
CJ was a bit like yourself, Sean. She was a great mod. Like, she used to be in expos, always like promoting everyone, you know what I mean, all the time.
Oh, she was. That's how I met her.
Really good, and I modded her up straight away, but I've never seen her for months. So I've got 9 now.
Okay, can I just address a point again in the chat? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would claim you'd have to be pretty blind not to see that the same mods are on Expo Julian, and anything goes. Now, Layer Cake's reply to that is, you get the same mods in Fighting Irish as you do on Cesspit. I would accept this, right? So, the solution is still call the mod to the channel to say, why have you blocked that person? It doesn't make any difference. He's trying to keep a war going here. I'm trying to solve things, not keep things going.
The channel owner's got to, like, they've got to know them inside out virtually if you're going to be a mod on the channel.
That's correct. And here's another thing. The channel owner can actually sit in the chat. Archie90 does it sometimes. But he could sit in the chat without actually making a comment. So the mods don't know that that person's sitting in the chat. And then he can see what the fuck these mods are up to. And he can see, bloody hell, this guy's... I mean, look at Expo had to unblock 600 people there one time.
That is fucking nuts, that.
Now, nobody's going to tell me that there's not a dodgy mod among that lot.
There's a dodgy mod on every platform. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I've just took 3 people off my block list, and I had 8 people on it, right? 3 people who shouldn't have been blocked, and somebody other than somebody has done that without... One of them's Quaver Raver, who I've been trying to get unblocked.
Yeah, mad.
And one of them Fighting Irish backup, who I've just took off. And Lutus, DSL, somebody's blocked him, and I have no problem with Lutus.
You see, Layer Cake's come back at me again. Layer Cake's now said, Sean, we would be here all day calling out people for blocking. No, we wouldn't. Because they wouldn't have the fucking spanner, would they, if they'd block for nothing? Don't you get it? I'll tell you something now. If somebody's called up to a panel and they're asked, why did you block somebody, and they haven't got a reason, and they got fired, no other owner is going to give them a spanner either. So, and the 2 big owners should come together and do that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so farcical now. You go in Julian's chat and it's just 123 spanners all talking to each other. And then
I do ghost Julian's and Archie and Shefflin's. I used to go in there, but I just ghost it now, like, you know, just...
That's what I do, yeah. And you just see you see a comment without a spanner, bang, vanishes. No matter who the fuck it is, it's just ridiculous.
You know, that's up to, you know, but I just feel as though that you're just not welcome in there, like, which I probably not, like, you know, and that's why I won't go in there.
Yeah.
I've been there from the start, like, really, like, when they first started. Not that it bothered me.
I was with Archie shuffling for 6 months, modding. I never blocked anybody, and then I lost me spanner.
And I get on with
don't care.
In that chat as well, like, that's it, you know. But it is what it is.
And then all this thing about if you're a mod on the cesspit, you're enabling wrong-uns. What in under God is that about?
Yeah, we all know that that's wrong. Like, we all know that's wrong. But when's it going to end?
It's getting to a stage where, you know, people are starting to believe it. It's fucking nuts, you know.
Layer Cake's at it again. Sean Wayne, just admit you have been watching a bit of X. I've just said I was watching the chat this morning on playback. That's what I do, to see the crap that's talked about me when I wasn't in the fucking chat. Do you get me? Next question, Layer Cake, because I've now answered 6. You're 6-0 to me. Next one, please. Thank you.
Layer Cake, get yourself up, mate. We'll have a bit of banter.
Well, it's going to be too late because I'm getting myself out of here. But I think I've come up with a part solution anyway. All right?
Yeah, man.
If you can't explain, and also if they do block somebody for doxing, say in the chat, why did I do that? I've just blocked someone because of such and such. All right, anyway, all the best, Flamey.
Yeah,
man. No worries, Sean. No worries.
And I am seriously sorry about bringing in these vituperative. I know you like me using big words.
Keep the good work up with the modern, and keep them links coming. Yeah, you know I appreciate it, mate. It's
yeah, funny. All right, buddy. Cheers. Cheers. See you, Tim.
Yeah, Lou, I have just unblocked Raver Lindsay. I can't believe she was on there. Somebody's done that twice, and I don't have a clue who that is, but yeah, I've just unblocked her there. Mad that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a bad one. It's a hard one for Sean because he's got drawn into this spanner thing now, and that's all people associate him with now, isn't it?
Yeah, that just keep going on and on and on. As long as these people have got spanners, it's not gonna change.
Yeah, I know there is a fake Lucas, yeah. DSL. I'll unblock him for now, but the others out of that 8, there's 6 of them I've never heard of. 6 of them I've never heard of.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, I'll just say one word on like everyone knows I like Shuffling and Archie, man. Shuffling's great. You know what I mean? When he's had a drink, he's a bit different, but he's one like he'll come on here, but he hasn't been on for a while, but that's a chat that I don't go in, and it's sad.
I used to go in there. I like them all there, like, you know, but it's just, it is what it is, like.
Yeah, and Julian's the same. I like Julian. I really do. Like, he's brilliant in it. He's absolutely brilliant, and you can tell that when he it's awkward for him. You can tell it's awkward for him, and he's trying his best to like mediate without upsetting everyone. You know what I mean? Which is a bit like what I try to do. But obviously, he's on a different scale now. He's been scaled right up with his chat numbers and everything. The bigger you get, the more problems you get. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. I'm going to jump off anyway, Moon. Thanks for letting me on, mate.
Yeah. Nice one, Tim.
Respect to all the chat, and I'll catch you all later.
Yeah, man. Nice one, Tim. Yes. Yeah, I don't want to. I'll say about it all. Like, I'll be honest. I have some like big characters in the chat all the time, like big characters, and but I still don't want anyone. I wouldn't expect anyone to stick up for me if I'm getting a bit of shit in another channel, because it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Like, Dave does it for me all the time, and I tell him not to. Well, not for me, but he does it for people who are his friends, you know. And I always advise him. I always say, Dave, just don't. But it's Dave, and you know what I mean. He can handle it, but it's just not worth it. But it's always going to be there, you know. It's always going to be there. But Fighting Irish is another one where he openly said the other day on one of his lives. He openly said in front of 100 people that he feels like he watches this channel, but he thinks that by making a comment, people are going to give me shit because he's in my chat, which is sad, really. But he's right. But it's just sad because you want the big characters in your chat. You want them on. It helps you grow the channel and that. And plus, he's a good bloke as well. You know what I mean? Filmboy comes on here, like Matty. I mean, God, when I started this channel off, like, Matty's the sort of person, he's got a massive channel, you know. If he's on your panel and that, it could only be good for you. But to say it's not good to have Filmboy on your panel or in your chat, it's ridiculous. But I've got no problem with anyone with Expo, anyone who goes in Expos. I'm just, people call it staying in your own lane or whatever. Some people might call it being a pussy or sitting on the fence or whatever it is. Basically, I just can't be bothered with all the shit that comes with it. It doesn't do anything for me. We all do like a bit of drama. It's just finding that medium. I thought I could smell Batty there.
With a bitty bad boy inside.
It's in the house. You do quite a good impression. Give us your Pablo impression.
In the house.
Did you see him the other night? What was going on there? Why is he associating himself with your kid?
I don't know, mate. No comment.
I'll admit, I'll say one thing about Joe Kidd, right? The only time you ever see Joe Kidd pop up, and it's usually in Expo's chat, he'll say, all right, Expo, and his next one will be promoting his like latest podcast or something, or Expo, can you stick my channel out or something? That's the only time you ever see Joe Kidd.
I can't agree more, mate.
It is though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
right, hang on. Can I just stop you there a minute? Because I've got a question.
Yeah.
I asked it in the chat, but no one answered. Lou said to ask you, or am I just being what's smoking length?
What's smoking length?
Yeah.
Noshing someone off, innit?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, what do you think it was?
I don't know, mate.
Shut up, Dave.
What? I just see I just see people saying it in the chat, mate. I didn't know what it was. That's why I asked.
Yeah, man. Smoking length is
I've never heard that before, mate.
plenty of other names for it. I don't know what they call it in Lincoln.
I could have can do a whoopsie betty.
So, Dave, right? Yeah, tell us now, right? Why, when I say don't go on the panel, why do you go on the panel and say what I've just said? Don't say, Dave.
Because I can't help myself, mate.
That's
how I live my life, mate. It is.
Yeah.
My mouth's got me in trouble more than I'd like to remember, but I won't change how I am on here just for somebody else, mate. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah, that's as your mate, it's like when I know you're going to go on the panel and you've like we've been chatting or whatever, and I see it when I see Dave asking for the link. I'll be honest, I'll be like, oh fucking hell, Dave. I'll be like sat there with the mute button ready to mute it because I'm like, oh man, what the fuck's you going to say now? But yeah, you've got a lot of respect on here, haven't you, Dave? You get away with it all, don't you?
I won't say get away with it, mate. Most people agree with what I say.
Yeah.
I'm wrong, mate. I'll be the first person to apologise and hold my hands up. Like I was with Jay-Z the other night on Julian's when I said a few fucking nasty things to him that looking back, I shouldn't have said. I was the first person to publicly apologise to him the next day.
Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't matter how big the channel is, like, it doesn't matter to you, does it really? You just fucking go on there, don't you?
Don't matter to me.
500 people in the chat or 5 in the chat. Dave's just going on and saying his bit.
Everyone knows my face, they know where I'm from, mate. I've got nothing to hide, so have my say.
It's a YouTube thing, according to Slim. So Northern King says, Smithers, you've been to prison. You 100% know what smoking length is. I find it hard to believe you don't, like, Dave.
I've never heard of it, mate.
Plus, you might be my mate, right? But I know you're the biggest wind-up on here. And, like, you'll do anything for it. And half the time, I just don't know whether to believe anything you say, you know what I mean? But
listen to this. I got my workmate a corker the other day. He had the day off, so he left. He takes his work boots off at the end of the day and leaves them at work. Yeah, do you know what I did to his boots? I put a big L in permanent marker on the back of his left boot and a big R on the back of his right boot. He was walking around for 2 days. He didn't even notice.
You know what? You should have done it the opposite way though. We've done that with gloves at work. We put a big L on the right hand glove and a big R on the left hand glove. You know what I mean? There is some classics, isn't there? You know, the old wind-ups that they used to get with the apprentices, like go and get us a long stand and shit like that. Is there any new ones of them out? You know, new wind-ups like.
We've got 2 phones in our shed, yeah. One on one side with where 2 of the machines are, and then one on the other side where I am. And I said to one of the lads, says if the phone never rings and I'm not in the shed to answer it, he said, because the phone's next to you, just answer it. But when you answer it, you have to say, "Hi, Carl speaking. So and so panel yard. How can I help you?" You don't have to. All I do is answer the phone and go hello. And every time he answers the phone now, that's what he says.
Yeah, I can't. Are you good at wind-ups though, Dave? Could you like carry a wind-up on like with somebody?
Yeah.
I just start laughing me or I get embarrassed. I can't do it.
Mate, I'll tell you some of the wind-ups we have in that shed. They're funny as out. Funny as out.
I can't keep a straight face.
Do you know, like, listen to this one. Do you know, because like the guns nail the panels, don't they? We wait till certain people have got like full packs of panels and they're taking them out with the forklift to stack them in a row, and then we'll run over to the machine and we'll put auto eject on the machine and we'll undo one coil and nails off a certain gun. So the next time it fires, it's not firing on one of the backlats, and then it shoots it straight off the machine without it on. So then they have to fuck about for 15 minutes knocking the nails in it.
Where I work, right, Dave, we make product, right, like for food packaging. So at the end of a machine, you've got an operator, right? It could be anyone. It could be somebody who's been doing, knows what to look for, but it also could be somebody who's come from an agency, right? Now, their job's important. They're at the bottom of the ladder for wages wise, but they're probably more important than me because what they put in that box, the next time that box gets opened, it's going on to a conveyor where food's going to go in it. So they're the last person to see that product before food goes in it, right?
Yeah.
Only the other day, we're always getting stuff sent back for like finding washers, little washers or like screws that have gone through a metal detector and gone through all our checks and gone to the customer, right? The other day, we got a box sent back, right? A fucking flick knife was in it. A fucking flick knife was in a box of product plastic trays that was going to get food in it. A flick knife.
No way.
So they're like, where the fuck has that come from? And the only traceability we've got is on every box, the operator has puts a little yellow label on with the date, and a packer number that is unique to them. So you can, when it comes back, that little yellow sticker will tell you the day, the machine it was on, and the operator. But because this it was an agency worker, they don't get numbers straight away. And so there's hell on at the minute because obviously you don't want to open it up and find a flick knife, do you?
No, not a chance. Mr. Headlamp.
Oh, who's a headlamp?
You.
Never. How long for?
I don't
How
know.
long have I been a headlamp?
I just see it in the chat.
Kidding me?
I'll do for headlamp alert.
Bastard. It's funny now, because Old D's right on it. I've watched chats where I haven't commented and I've seen Old D pop up and there's been headlamps and he's like, yeah, headlamp alert. Oh, I can't believe I'm a headlamp. I need to sort that out. Let me.
Mr. Moon's pet hate, the old headlamps. What's chat saying? Yes, Bomber. Good win for you today, that. You know, I'm devastated, Bomber. I was on Tim's live this morning and I put in the comments, my bet of the day was Swansea to beat Sunderland 3-1, and it come in and I didn't put no money on it. Moral of the story, always believe your own bets. Yes, boss dog. Fact, Aldi, Mermaid, Slim, Layer Cake, big up, bro. Mob Pegs is in there. That's a bit naughty, that, isn't it? A flick knife. Right, my headlight as well. I've got my thumbnails up on when I look at the screen. It's weird. No flies obsessing over that now. You don't train rhinos, do you? Or is that a joke? No. Me and the wife are thinking of planning a trip to your place this year, Al. Day out. You know, I'm not going to lie, you know, like, since I've unsubbed for all these channels, I've been sat here today, like, thinking, oh, do I press on it and catch up with what's gone on? But I've resisted so far. I've resisted. More kids? No, I'm not having no more kids. Slim, not a chance, mate. Not a chance. Not what I'm going through with my daughter at the minute, mate. My 13-year-old with the school. I can't really say too much on here, but let's just say the wife's had to get the police involved because some little fucking shit has been saying bad sexual comments to my daughter at school. Not good. That's all I'm saying. No Mermaid. Ministry of Madness did that. Bomber. I'm not sure, you know. I'm gonna try. I might try and squeeze one in tomorrow. I've got to walk around Lincoln Castle tomorrow. I'm gonna do the wall walk and do a video while I'm doing it, and then upload it when I get home. Built in 1068, Lincoln Castle was, by William the Conqueror.
Am I back?
You're back, and you are back to being a moon.
Yes.
Well, you are that. What I can see, you are.
Yeah, well, like I said, the host, like Expo or Filmboy, all they don't see headlamps. Doesn't matter what. Well, not on the device that they're using. Maybe if they've got another device, they might be able to see one. But all these saying I'm still a headlamp, probably winding me up. Hey, I've been doing my shorts. I'm back on the algorithm with my shorts, Dave. They're back up to a couple of thousand.
Yeah, mine are as well, mate. To be fair, well, the one yesterday was, and the day before.
Did anyone see that Tiger Woods one that I put out? That was brilliant. That, you know, I wish I knew. I had to video it off the TV though, because I don't know how to like get the clip off YouTube and share it to the channel. So that's why the quality's crap. But did you see it, Dave?
Yeah, it was good. That it was good.
Mate, he did that. You know, he did that in the President's Cup. It's like the Ryder Cup. He did that in a match.
What did he do? Actually, put the ball then, even before it was halfway to the hole, he knew it was going in, so he turned around and shook his opponent's hand.
Yeah, he knew it was going in just after he did it.
That's mental, that, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's out there. It's on. If you put in YouTube, because it's better. It's better with a better quality. Man doesn't. You don't. You know, just hundreds and hundreds of them. Just about anything.
I'll tell you what I have noticed. They're monetising shorts now, aren't they? You notice that?
I have, mate. I have.
10 million. Right, you have to get 10 million views. Is it in 9 weeks?
Is it?
9 weeks or 3 months, you have to have 10 million views.
Wow.
It's a bit mental,
to make how much?
I don't know, mate. I don't know the money side of it.
Well, I am going. Well, I haven't done it yet. I haven't decided. I definitely didn't want my shorts monetized. I know that was a mistake. I need to get rid of that. But I don't think we see any. I mean, I'm not giving Nicky as an example here, right? But if you've got a channel and you get 50 people in that channel who are enjoying it, and one person comes in with like negativity or whatever, and half of your viewers go, what do you do about that?
Well, if somebody comes in with negativity, that's different.
It's like
That's totally different.
it's so hard, you know what I mean, mate? Like, I don't know. Like, all I've been told by people on YouTube who I talk to, like behind the scenes and all that, who like are interested on how where you're going with your channel and stuff. The main things they'll say to you is stick to your morals, right? And be yourself.
Yeah.
And like the channel will grow. It doesn't matter how fast it grows or whatever. Just stick to your morals and be yourself. I don't know. It's mad. It's a weird one.
Really
like Chris. Yeah, Chris is another Chris. Chris the Bricks.
They always hold the Adidas originals. They always hold the value. Always. Certain ones just rocket. They go up and up and up each year, so from certain years and certain designs.
I tell you what, I always remember, right? When there was me and my mate, we were bagging the trainers, like when we were like 14, 15. And I tell you, the trainers that were out then, right? You had Samba had just come out, right? The original Samba, the black ones. This is before any of the suede ones come out, right? The original black Samba. There was Torsion. Remember them?
Yeah, yeah.
What about these, Dave? These were a classic, right? I don't even know if you can still get them, right? The referees used to wear them. They had 3 pegs in them. SRS, was it?
The only ones I can think of with the pegs in are the Adidas Kegler.
Oh, these were before them. I'm talking, if I was 15, right, this is 35 years ago, and it was Adidas, definitely Adidas SRS. They were black leather, and they had a red, white, and blue peg in the heel, and the referees used to wear them.
Similar to a Samba?
No, they weren't. No, I don't know how old Pandeco is, but he might know. He might remember them. 100% Adidas SRS. I'm gonna Google it now. I don't even know if you can still get them.
I've just been told by a reliable source that you still wear Reebok pumps. What do you say, Fly? Yeah, only when I'm collecting golf balls.
Yeah. Louise, you'll be getting blocked, you.
World Cup boots, yeah, I'm sure it was a certain range, if I'm not wrong, Boss Dog. They had like 6 trainers to a collection. I've got some Samba, brand new with the tags on, from the early 90s.
So the black original Samba, like the black leather ones, are they still the classic Adidas trainer? Them, like, will they all go down in history? Them?
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%.
Everyone had a pair of Samba, didn't they, at one point?
Yeah, I've got a few pairs, mate. The Beckenbauers, Adidas Beckenbauer.
I tell you what else as well. Remember them Trim Trap? Was it Trim? Yeah. Was it Trim Trap?
Yeah, Trim Trap. I've got a few pairs of them, mate.
Have you?
Yeah.
And what about these, right? What about these then? Diodora Bjorn Borg. Remember them?
No, I've never been that big on my Diodora for some reason.
Well, Diodora aren't too big now, but back in the day, right? Diodora Bjorn Borg, they were white with gold, the gold Diodora sign on them. And obviously at the time they were nice, you know what I mean? But now looking back on them, they're like a classic. They're like these SRS. I want to find a picture of these SRS. Yeah, but back in the day, that they were the trainers that were out when I was into them. Because I've never been a Nike person, me. I've always been Adidas. Let's have a look.
Started during the war, didn't it? Started making the trainers to put on the feet of the soldiers. That's how it all started. Two German brothers. And then when the war ended, they couldn't decide over to stick with the name Adidas or not. So apparently they had a big argument and they both went their separate ways. And if I'm not wrong, that's how Puma was started. Was it Puma? One brother left the Adidas name with his other brother, and then I'm sure the other one started Puma.
Right, I found them. These are classics. They come up on Google, right, as Adidas SRS Vintage. And I'll show you them. I'll show you them now.
You can get a pair of them nowadays, mate, with tags still on in the original box. It'd be worth a lot of money then.
Let's have a look. I'm just trying to open image in new tab. There's absolutely nothing to them though, but like, see if you can see these, Dave. So I keep forgetting how old are you, Dave? You're 40, aren't you?
That I am.
So I've got 10 years on you, you know what I mean? 10 years is quite a lot, isn't it? From the 80s to the 90s, it's a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, these might remind you. Can you see them?
Yes.
Adidas SRS wrote on them. And they're famous because the referees used to wear them. But we all had a pair of them. I mean, my mate absolutely loved them, you know what I mean? I think you've got a little bit of suede here, leather, and then they've got 3 pegs, red, black and white they were.
Mate, I'm positive that they came out as like a six different pairs at one time. There was the a range of Samba, there was them, and 4 other. Oh, I'm going to look that up now because that's going to boggle my head. I'm going to look it up when I get off here. So there were 6 pairs to the range, and they were one of them.
Yeah.
All black coloured.
Yeah, looking at these now, these I'd forgot that they had a bit of suede in them, but the front suede there, suede on the heel there, and then leather. But they were the classics, man. Back there, when we started like really getting into trainers, they were the boyos, like.
Hey, not anymore. I don't, Slim. I used to. I won't lie. I used to have a spliffy waistcoat as well. Got chased by the old Bill one day. Went to jump over some railings and got the back of it caught on these railings. I was hung in the air, wagging my feet like an idiot.
What's that? Spliffy.
Can't remember the spliffy jeans and spliffy waistcoats and that.
No, but does anyone remember Pepe jeans where you used to get the little keyring with them? we used to go in and on a Saturday and just pinch all the keyrings off the jeans out the shops. Pepe keyrings, P-E-P-E. Pepe jeans.
Pepe Le Pew.
And then I'm going to find these Diodora Beyond. Has anyone said they remember Diodora Beyond Borg?
Now, when I was a kid, mate, it was Dunlop. What else was there?
Oh, I remember Adidas Kick.
Yeah.
you couldn't get any more simpler of a training than Adidas kick. But you got the piss took out of you if you had them on. Oh mate, look at these, right, Dave. These are beautiful. These you could still wear these today. Wow, somebody's got to pay £169. Still buy them. Look at these bad boys. Can you see them?
Just.
Would you wear something like that? White leather and like gold. Could you see?
No. No, I won't. I don't wear white trainers, mate. Not a chance.
Really?
I've got about 10 pairs of wearers that I actually wear. A few dog walkers, I call them.
Hey up, Treacle.
Hello. I just thought I'd help you out.
What's happening? What you going to help us out with, like?
So, yeah, on our first date, you wore a naff coat. Go on, tell them.
Right. you just shut your mouth or you'll be getting blocked.
And yet, right, you wouldn't dare block me.
I do not wear naff clothes, thanks. But I do get hand-me-downs, right, from my son who's 20 and he regularly pay. What, Louise, what was that top like that he paid £400 for, that hoodie, what you said is awful?
It was disgraceful, and you did a live or a video with that on, or it was disgraceful. Didn't it have angel something on the front?
Right, people in the chat might know this who like the clothes, right? LA Angels it was, and he paid £400 for it. And he wore it once, I think, for a hoodie.
Silly prices are.
Crazy
behaviour. It was black with red writing on the front. It was just a normal hoodie. And I was like, I didn't know he paid £400 for it.
Moon thought he was cool doing a couple of videos with it on. Go back and watch his videos of a few months ago.
What do you mean? I thought I was cool. I tell you what, there's 25 people in this chat now. It's a good job that there's only 25 because I'm going to get ripped here, aren't I?
Are you the Batty Boy? I've never been on a panel with you before, have I?
Nope.
Just remember I can change your name as well, like I did with you. Dave hasn't noticed yet, I don't think.
Oh, what the? Cheers for that. That's how bad my eyes are.
Yeah, man. So, Louise, what trainers do you like? What's your go-to trainer?
Nike Air Maxes.
Yeah, she's an Air Max kind of girl, like.
I'm a proper chav. I've always had Nike Air Maxes.
Comfy, very comfy Nike Air Max.
Yeah, they are like, but I don't know. I tell you what, does anyone remember Nike Wally Waffle? Nike Wally Waffle.
Is this a joke?
I'm telling you, there was a trainer, Nike Wally Waffles. I'm telling you.
Joke coming in.
You know what it is, Louise, right? You know I'm 50 next week, right? But
yeah.
And you know that like I'm a bit gutted about being 50 and all that, right? But
halfway to 100. You still look hot though, Moon.
Well, that's it. I mean, I don't look 50, right? And I don't feel 50. And all my mates, I mean, Dave's 40. I've got 10 years on him. And, like, these all go on like my dad, you know what I mean? Dave and Daryl and all that. And I've got 10 years on the lot of them.
Because you need looking after, don't you?
Yeah, I suppose so. Peggy Wally Waffles, I'm telling you.
Wally Waffles.
I'm going to find a picture of them anyway, but yeah, as I've got older, Dave, like, you start letting your dress sense go a little bit, you know what I mean, mate?
You're telling me?
I don't.
And you just get up and it's first up, best dressed, you know what I mean? Whatever's lying there, whatever Louise has like managed to wash and you know what, the least crease thing I put on. You know what I mean, Dave?
I can't imagine you doing no washing or ironing, Fly, if I'm honest.
You what? I'm domesticated, me, man. I'm well domesticated.
Do you know, he used to stand ironing for hours. He used to, he doesn't now. But he used to stand for hours ironing. I can't iron. That's the one thing I can't do. I put more creases in than what they start with. I've never, ever been able to iron. So I just dry everything straight.
Yeah, so anyone in the chat, right? Anyone in the chat, say you've just done a load of washing, you've put it all on the line, it's been a nice day, it's all dry. What do you do with it when you bring it in? Do you hang it up and put it in the wardrobe, or does it go on the ironing pile and then you hang it up when it's been ironed?
I'll admit something now, mate. No ironing gets done in this house. We haven't even got an ironing board.
I can't believe that. When Louise said she doesn't iron, I was like, you've got to iron. No. Creases don't just fall out with clothes.
We manage.
What's the
crease? Oh, yeah. I mean, like I say, I go out now with anything on. I just grab whatever's been washed. You know what I mean?
What's the odd crease between mates?
Yeah, well, but ironing, is ironing a thing of the past, though? Do like people still iron? Because I know people who pay people to iron. You can pay somebody to do your ironing, can't you? You know, like.
I think everyone irons, just I can't do it and Smithers doesn't do it.
that's right.
I think everyone else irons though.
Yeah, but I know people, right, who will get the washing in and hang it up and iron it if they're going to wear it just before they go wear it. That's another way of doing it. But I used to have a massive ironing pile, iron it all in one go for like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then put it in the wardrobe so I know that when I want to wear it, it's already done.
Nah, I'm not that bad, mate. No.
Oh yeah, you used to have ironing days, didn't you, Moon?
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to sound totally gay, right? But I didn't mind ironing. Quite therapeutic.
You know, if I'm honest, I couldn't think of nothing no more boring and like, oh no, just doesn't appeal to me at all. That any other house chores, not a problem, but ironing, no.
Yeah, but there's a skill in ironing though. Like Phil has to do his own because when he gets his chinos, right, he likes, the crease down the front to be perfect. Like what do you call it when you have it in the front, like a pleat, is it, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a skill to ironing. Don't get me wrong. Nobody likes to iron a school shirt or anything like that, do you? Like, because they take some doing them.
Well, I dry it straight, don't I? Don't even need to iron them.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
magic.
Is there even an iron in the house?
Yeah. You know that. I just told you.
Well, that was a waste of money, wasn't it? You could have spent that on booze. What you drinking today? Louise, what's your drink of choice? The minute.
I've just had one gin.
Louise will drink anything, by the way, guys. She'll drink absolutely anything. She just barred from drinking vodka because she goes nuts.
I'm all right with vodka, man.
No.
I'm funny. Proper funny on vodka.
Who told you that?
You know that.
You know that. Listen. Oh, yeah, so Quaver Raver was on the block list again.
How come you haven't found that until now?
Well, that I've been trying to look on that block list, for a while, but my laptop is knackered. But that was the first time since the last time, which was months ago. There was 10 people on it. 6 of them I've never heard of. And Quaver Raver, DSL, I unblocked. And Fighting Irish back up, I unblocked as well.
Was Robert Lee on?
No, Robert Lee's not there.
So
no, Robert Lee.
Have you been on that block part before, or was that different to what you've got on before?
No, that's always been there. Remember when I tried to look before, they hadn't scrolled down far enough.
So why wasn't Quaver on last time if you've looked at the same place?
don't know, somebody must have blocked. She must have been blocked again after she's been unblocked. That's all I can think. That's the first time I've seen Quaver Raver's name on that in the studio.
That's the first time she's been unblocked, though.
No.
She knows, though. I flip-flopped over Quavers, over Flavours before. I did a little flip-flop.
You did a little flip-flop. You know, she says I watch too much YouTube, Dave. You know yourself, Dave. She can pop up at any time, can't she, in the chat?
Yep.
Come on, Dave. Remember where your loyalty stand here. You back me up, mate. Like I'll back you up.
No comment.
I'm not denying it. I do pop up random places, random chats. I always pop up at the right time, though.
What's the right time, like?
Just lately I've been.
Did anyone in the chat see Louisa's community page yesterday? It's like we both got a little what's the word, like a pet hate with lollers, haven't we? You know lollers, Dave, people who write lol at the end of stuff.
Laugh out loud.
Yeah,
what does it mean though, laugh out loud? Like what is the point of that? Why, right? I'm going for a club at lol. I'm popping out, lol, laugh out loud. I'm going out. What? I just don't get it. It's irritated us for years, like years. You don't laugh because you're going for a cup of tea, do you? You don't laugh because you're popping out.
You know what? When you put that, she put that post out yesterday, right? She said, "Have you seen my post?" I was like, "Oh no, what have you done now?" So I looked at it, I thought, and then I immediately tried to look at all our mates and hoping that none of them lolled. I was like, "Oh no," I couldn't find any anywhere. Yeah, because back in the day, though, didn't it mean lots of love as well?
Not a clue, mate.
Yeah, it did, but like people just used as laugh out loud, whatever that means. You know what I mean?
Well, did you see the first?
Isn't it? It's just stupid.
Did you see the second person to comment and what they wrote on it? It was Lordy, and Lordy wrote "lol."
Yeah, I knew I would get it.
She's like you, Dave. You know, she just can't keep her mouth shut. You know what I mean?
Yes, I can.
Yes, sir.
She doesn't know how to bite her tongue, man.
Yes, I do.
I've got no tongue left. Me, I'm surprised I can even talk. Honestly. And the amount of times the fuck goes in the mouth, unbelievable.
Get stuffed.
The big size 9s.
I'm only a 7.5.
You what, bro?
I'm only a 7.5.
Ah, yeah. You know what though, Dave? Don't trainers look a lot better in smaller sizes though?
I don't know, mate.
7.5. That's tiny.
You don't know when you're 5'7" either.
You know what they say about big feet, Dave?
Small
big
hands.
socks. Big socks.
Small hands.
Can anyone confirm this, right? So this is what I drew up there, what I believe, right, is that from your elbow to your wrist, that is the same size as your feet.
From your elbow.
I can guarantee.
Here we go.
Is that true? Is that true?
It is.
Is it true?
I wish it was true.
We'll try it.
I wouldn't be making comments if that was true, mate. Put it that way.
There's no point in taking with 7.5 size feet, Smithers.
I've always said, while we're on the subject, I may not have the biggest manhood, but when you've got a tongue like a fiddler's elbow, does it really matter?
Dave.
How rude.
Is that you? He hasn't been on for a while, but I recognise that fireplace anywhere.
Coggo.
Alright guys, alright. I'll turn this camera off now, you know it's me.
Yeah, man. Shall we do?
Evening.
Evening.
How's it going, mate?
Look, just been sitting listening to you, right? What's that, mate?
What the hell's that avatar, Coggo?
That's called the much nuts. The dog's bollocks.
That's what I mean about you look at an avatar can say a lot about someone's personality, or you like look at that.
What does it tell you about me then?
Hey, Coggo, you haven't been on for a while, mate. Are you still watching us, like, or what?
Oh, mate, of course, mate. Mate, I watch a lot of these. I just don't have to comment a lot of the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, mate. I do honestly hear you bigging us up all the time, man. You always do. You always mention us.
As I said on previous lives, mate, I found a niche where I feel comfortable. Do you know what I mean? I'll only bite when people bite at me. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's certain panels where I feel as if I'm going and I can just say my bit, and I feel comfortable. But there's others when I feel like if I've gone there and then somebody else follows into the back of me and it's going to pollute the panel, I'd rather not just come on and pollute your panel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course it does, mate. You know, like I say, I've heard you in other chats mentioning us, and it's always in a good light, man. It always is.
Let's have a laugh, you know what I mean? Laughter is is medicine for the soul, so they say.
It certainly is, mate.
5 hours. No drama.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. We had 10 minutes, right, where we talked. Yeah. We haven't even mentioned any other channels for 4 hours, 50 minutes. And that's where it's all about, you know what I mean?
Kind of shows some sort of level of respect as well for the person that's hosting the panel. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, like all these people that come in here, to me, these are all the biggest names on YouTube, man, who come in this chat. They're all big, proper characters, you know what I mean? And like, that's all that I've ever been bothered about. Me and Louise, like, we try to be mates with everyone, you know.
Almost.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah. We get the odd one or two, but bloody hell, who doesn't? You know what I mean?
Do you know what I think, Dad? Right, that in essence, probably why I've been a wee bit quiet as well is because it's like I get that a lot of people don't want to comment in the comment section when other people are doing live. So I mean, immaterial who's their favourite and who's no, because it's like, right, I don't want them thinking that I'm allegiant to them or I'm co-signing their bullshit or I'm their pal. And what's happening is everybody's starting to either get nervous, scared, paranoid to the extent that they don't even want to comment. And do you get what I mean? It's went a bit too far now, but it's everybody's all fawning over each other. Everybody wants to deviate and do their own thing. And I think that's a fucking great thing. Do you know what I mean? Because see, the sooner everybody stops shouting at each other out. Do you know what I mean? Their bacons, their sausages. Fuck's sake, I'm chips, fried egg, and fucking beans if you want to call me that, if it's going to pacify it. You know what I mean? It's getting a bit beyond a fucking joke.
Yeah. Coggo, we never, I'll tell you now that me and Louise will never look at you or anyone on another channel and say, oh, they don't come on ours anymore, or their allegiance to them. Never ever, you know what I mean? It's not like that. Like, people come on here and like, just because they want to come on and have a chat with us because they feel comfortable there. Like Vanda come on today, she sat with us for an hour and a half. First time she'd been on here, and like, absolutely brilliant. Like, you've come on, you know you can come on here. You know the people who come in this chat.
Yeah, of course, mate, of course.
Do you know another thing that I said today as well, Flat, or was it yesterday? A lot of these big channels that we're involved in these communities, they don't support the smaller channels. They don't. So why should I give my time to any of these other channels now? That's the way I'm doing it, mate. That's what I get back from it all. They don't support the littler channels, not one bit.
Yeah.
Nah, they're interested in coffee links and buy me a fucking coffee and all that box.
We was just on about this, Fly, weren't we, a minute ago?
Yeah, yeah. Coggo, you knocking some videos out, like, aren't you, mate?
I know, mate, I know. But as it, look, people know my journey, how I fucking come in at the start. Just watch my first video, the first video I made on YouTube. And then to say that, to get to that same person, I was chased off lives, I was made look fucking stupid. I was shouted at, do you know what I mean? And I thought, do you know what, I'll get to you somehow. So it's like, that's my only way to get into this guy. Do you know what I mean? And that's another thing, if you watch all my videos, they're more or less directed at that one person and all the people that have had a wee kind of dig at me, and that's it. See, for by that, I'll fucking conduct myself on other people's lives and we'll have a laugh, and it's about how you conduct yourself. Do you know what I mean?
How do you do them, Coggo? How do you do them? Because you're pretty. Do you have to be good to do them, or is it an app? Because I'd love to be able to do them. You know, the cartoony ones.
No, I'll tell you what, right, it's an app, it's one app, but see,
All
if
right,
they're using one app, if they're using it for a couple of months, there's other apps that you can use, so you can incorporate that one app with something after that app. Do you know what I mean? I'm using about 5 apps, but no, mate, honestly, see, about 3 months ago, I was struggling to I was echoing when I was coming to fucking Archies and Shufflings. I was like, hey, I'm Coggle, fucking the light, hey, you're echoing. I had to fucking get away and fix my settings on my phone and that.
It's easy, is it? What do you do? Do you pick some dialogue and then you pick like a cartoon and it does it for you? Or
well, if you've got a good imagination, you just kind of like, if you can create a story, right, with fictional, and well, I'm saying fictional, they're all over YouTube. I've got my fucking pick, so it's like, and you can incorporate them into that wee story depending on how bad you want the story to go.
You do have to have a bit of a sense of humour and imagination, then, don't you?
Of course, mate. Of course.
Sorry, I did Tim Smith there. Sausage fingers.
Yeah. I know, yeah. What?
I tried to read the chat and I left.
Did you see Tim's live early on, Lou? Where he left Swanee in charge. It was a classic Tim live, like.
Well, no, because I've been to work on that, haven't I? And I had to pick the burn off. So.
Oh man, honestly, I was laughing enough. I was only waiting for 10 minutes, and that just happened to be when I knew I'd see all of his live because they very rarely go on longer than 10 minutes.
Who's Swanee? Is that the Swan?
I'm gonna have to love you and leave you.
All right, mate. No worries.
Take care, Batty boy.
The daughter wants a book. So take care, Lou. Coggo. Right, I'll speak to you soon, mate. Big
In a bit, mate. In a bit. Yeah, man. I'd love to be able to. I think we should get into that, Lou, making videos and stuff. You know.
Oh well, some of them right.
Hey, I'm up for that.
Some of them are hilarious, man. Honestly, if we get going on them, we'll just be knocking videos out all day long. So, Coggo, are you chuckling away at yourself when you're making them? Yeah, aren't you?
You still not got that load on.
He still hasn't, that.
No.
What have you done?
What have you done? We'll fire out videos all day, Ludon. I just didn't sound right, mate.
You know what it is? Funnily enough, right? Nobody's ever made a video about us yet. We've escaped it all. You know what I mean? We're like just sitting there in the background, getting away with everything. You know what I mean?
He's still not getting it.
This might be clipped though.
What have I done? What have you done? You've done something, haven't you? I can't see. You bastards.
What about making videos? And I said, well, yeah, I am up for that.
Oh, yeah, that's by the by. That's it. I think everyone's seeing the other side of you, Louise. You're seeing the real Louise now, jumping on panels, telling people I wear naff clothes and that.
Mate, that was funny. We shared a moment there, guys. Honestly, that was funny.
Yeah, Coggo, mate, what... yeah, you haven't been on here for a while, mate. I know you still watch, though. But one of my classic moments on YouTube was when I got you to play that guitar. That was brilliant, that. Because nobody knew that you played guitar, and it was just one of them moments, mate. That's what it's all about, man.
Was that on your live? I don't know. I can't. I thought it was. I was, for some reason, I was thinking it was Babs. That was a couple of months ago, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah. I don't think you've done it since either. But
no.
But everything's sweet at home and all that. Gary, all right?
He's sound, mate. He got a wee thing. He was over the moon. Crossy, Fighting Irish, and the Cesspit lads and all that sent him a wee. I think it was like fridge magnets and fucking a wee gift set. And that was like, I came in a wee box and all that. But listen, see when he gets in, do you know what I mean? So as I say, that's
There's a lot of good that goes on, right, that people don't see, you know, in the background. People sending people stuff, and nobody knows that people have talked to people offline, you know, and see the good that they're doing that. And,
well, that's why when I come on, like, that's why I say fly me. Do you know what I mean? I've met some really good people in here that I do talk to. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I got caught up in all the COVID bollocks not a couple of years ago, and family members passing away, and the resentment of it all, and I thought to myself, this is destroying me. I was looking for something else. So when I got caught up in the YouTube stuff, I found a wee bit where it was like, no, I mean, it was funny, it was having a laugh, the fighting troll stuff, and then the VD Fight Club stuff came along, and it just kind of fucking went a bit tits up after there, and look at all now.
yeah, that's it, man. You still watch Daryl's and that, yeah?
Aye, Daryl's a good lad. I've not got nothing fucking negative to say about Daryl. He's trying to do his thing. Respect the man for that, know what I mean?
The thing is, you know, like we all started out, me, Daryl and Dave, like, but we're totally different. Daryl's like totally different to me, but then again, he's the same, you know what I mean? But he's you know, he thrives off it. He thrives off it is the word, you know what I mean? He enjoys it and that. Whereas I couldn't.
No, I did make the guy's got a good heart, do you know what I mean? And he likes doing the kind of positive stuff. I think he's even himself, you can see it, he's trying to get away from all the negative bollocks as well. So he's just got to give the boy a bit of kudos for that. Do you know what I mean? By the way, not just him, I can see wee Motorsports Buggies doing it as well on certain other channels, and it's like, I think everybody knows it enough to the extent where they're starting to see through the bollocks. So that's where I'm at. Well,
yeah. I mean, I'll be totally honest. While Louise is here, right, that we've had fallouts over YouTube, haven't we? And it's usually and it's down to me watching. I got Louise into YouTube, right? She'll tell. Can you remember, Louise, the first time that you really like thought that like or looked into YouTube? It was it was a Saturday morning, right? And it was when Uncle K used to do his wake and bakes. Can you remember?
Yeah.
And I put in the chat because I used to talk to Uncle K, and I put in the chat, how are you doing? Can you say all right to me and Louise? And I showed her the phone, and he come up and Uncle K is there, and he went, "Oh, morning, Louise," and when she was amazed, and that's really where it all started. But you got caught up in it as well, didn't you, Louise?
Oh yeah, I enjoy it, but like you got to be famous, left us behind for a bit.
yeah, I know exactly. No, I know exactly. Like we've got past all that now. But
no, it's not that. Just like it got the point where like you were just logging on YouTube all the time, weren't you?
Yeah.
Like watch anything.
Yeah.
So you're not as bad now.
Do you know what?
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
And you stop bigging wrong uns up, and you're not on as much. So I'm happy.
Yeah, Louise does a lot of analysing. You know, she analyses a lot more than me. Like, but you can't help it. You know what I mean? But
I think everybody does that to a certain degree. Everybody.
Yeah, you've got to.
I've always been right. Apart from I was wrong once with Steve. I used to think Steve was great until he turned on everyone.
Yeah.
Only one I was wrong about, really.
Yeah, she is usually right. I'll give it that. But the days of us arguing over YouTube are gone now. Like we needed to clear the air about it all. Like, and there's probably other people are like that because Congo, you know, there are a lot of people that spend a lot of time on here are married, and you think to yourself, how the hell do they do it? They're married with kids, but they're on here all the time.
Yeah.
But Moon, if it wasn't YouTube, it would just be something else, wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always something in there, but as long as you're not on it 20 hours a day, everything's sweet, man.
You got to remember that. See, it's like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all these fucking things. That seems to have escalated in the past 10, 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? To the extent where people have started becoming self-obsessed with it. Oh, look at me. How do I look today? I can't take a selfie without my makeup on. And so mental.
Congo, I'll tell you this one, right? Louise will admit it. When I first met her, she was banging the Facebook, weren't you?
Yeah, I still do check it sometimes, but like, there's never no shit in my Facebook because every one on my Facebook, I know them. Apart from there's three of them I've never seen before.
Yeah. There's a good example from Pollyanna there. Bluebells and Buggies. Now look at the shit that Buggies got into.
Yeah.
And Bluebells, obviously, as his wife, is going to back him up. But she must have had moments where she's thought, "Oh, fucking hell, Buggies, come on." You know what I mean? But it's like they seem to have turned the corner now.
Do you know what?
And
I'm going to
I've
be
watched
honest,
some of
right?
Buggies' lives recently, and Bluebells is always there backing him up. She goes in other chats,
Well,
and they're
she's lovely, yeah. I don't know much about Buggies, but she's always like lovely.
yeah.
Well, see, previously, I obviously get caught up in the box with like everything that was happening on YouTube. Do you know what I'm saying? But that lassie's never really had nothing fucking negative to say in my comments. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, so, and then she was like, she would leave like really nice comments, and I'm the same. Do you know what I mean? I do with everybody. Do you know what I mean? If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. But it's like anywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's like I think she's. I mean, obviously, it's like it's hard to remain impartial. You know what I mean? Especially with a relationship with somebody, and you know what their goals and their ambitions are, but you can see what's fucking happening, and it's like it's causing. I don't know if that's the case, but if it was me, I'd be sitting thinking, if my wife was nipping my nut, do you know what I mean? Because I'm maybe going, do you know what I mean? My channel's going one direction, but I don't know. I just think it's all went fucking mental. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I think maybe everybody's pissed off yet, even her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but like I say, I think to enjoy YouTube, right, to fully enjoy it, if you're married, all right, your partner has got to like understand it, you know. You can't have no secrets or anything, you know what I mean? Because you know
how
what.
that works,
It's
because
not
I'm not fucking
bad.
that way involved.
We were going to bed doing naughty time, and we had Phil and Boy or Jew talking in the background, didn't we?
Yeah, but that was only.
It's a bit much sometimes.
Yeah, but that was only for like 2 minutes, though, wasn't it? And then it was over, and then we could just listen to film right for the rest of the night.
We didn't
You know
miss
what I
much
mean?
chat, did we?
Right, it's like get it over with quick so I can listen to what Film Boy's got to say.
It'd just be Pollyanna. It's just be sorry, Pollyanna. Allude on saying there about fucking yourself and her with the YouTube stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then when you talking about that, and then Bluebell's like comments, and I'm like, so do you know what I mean? It's like, see, when somebody's leaving me positive comments, how can you do nothing back but leave them positive comments back? Do you get what I'm saying? So the point I was making is, I think it must be hard for you. Do you know what I mean? The YouTube stuff. Him and his missus with the YouTube stuff. Film Boy and his missus with the YouTube stuff, and even Expo and his missus with the YouTube stuff. I've not got a fucking mission, so I get caught up in it all. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think
it makes you think that we'll use Matty here, Film Boy, as an example, right? So all the shit that he's getting now his wife has nothing to do with YouTube. He never mentions her, which is fair enough. But surely it must affect her. You know what I mean? If he's having to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to come and make a reaction or fire a live up because he's getting called all sorts, and
I don't know.
What I mean?
I don't know what's going on, but I would imagine it would do. I'm just saying, if I would imagine if it was my relationship, it would fucking affect me.
Yeah, it's fair enough if you're single. Yeah, do what you want on YouTube. Come on and say what you want. Nobody can tell you any different. But if you're married or you've got partners and that, my advice is, and I've been there, right? Your family's got to come first, and if they don't enjoy it, it's good now because Louise, we've got to the point where she enjoys the same things now, even though she goes on other channels that I'm not sub to. That's no problem, you know what I mean? And she can pop up in a chat at any time, and that's all right. You know what I mean?
You can't do that on YouTube, though. You can't go from one channel to another channel, leave a comment, because everybody will think you're that. Do you get what I mean? That was the point I was making.
That's what it's like at the minute, Coggo. It is like that at the minute, mate.
Well, man, that'd be all right, mate. You know what I mean? I bounce out to every channel. Do you know what I mean? See the ones that I feel comfortable. That's like this. See, sitting here now, even just talking to you on the phone, and it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I've been on your fucking live a few times, fly me, do you know what I mean? And I feel as though it's like when I'm talking about like real stuff that's happened during your day. How have you been, Coggle? How's Gary? Do you know what I mean? Real life stuff. No all this, oh, such and such is doing this, and she's doing this, and they're saying this, and check this chat. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Well, look, how many channels do you go on where the partners on the panel with them? There isn't any. Like me and Louise, there here, we've got a little channel going here. There's 33 people who are seeing a couple on a panel talking and laughing about and telling the truth about how YouTube affects them and that. You know what I mean? Being like honest. And
well, do you know what? Brummy Banters, I fucking love Brummy and Kelly. I think there's a cracking channel as well.
Oh yeah, there's one. Yeah.
Are they still doing lives? I haven't had a notification for ages.
He hasn't done as many, has he?
I haven't really seen nothing because I usually get notifications when he comes on because I like tuning into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like now you've come on here, Louise. There's loads of more women in the chat now. I've noticed there, but it's mad. It's mad as well, you know. Like because if you look at it, like I think 70% of the people who watch this channel are lads. You know what I mean? But the women like to come in as well for the banter. You know what I mean? Because there is no women's channels, is there? There's only the girls and they've died down a little bit now.
Maybe you should start doing lives.
It is a girls' women's channel, isn't it?
Maybe you should start doing lives, Ludon.
Oh, I haven't got time, really. I haven't got time. If you see he's in the chat, sometimes I'm only there like 5 minutes. Sometimes I'm there 20 minutes. I've just got too much on at the minute. I'm just in and out like yo-yo.
Yeah.
But Congo, right? If you look at the chat, look at all my lives, right? My biggest live, like for views, is when me and Louise did it, a joint one. It's trying to get it to 1,000, aren't we, Lou? But it's
that was the only time I was ever late, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Only time in my life.
It's been there for months, Congo, right? It was about 3 or 4 hours long, and Louise was on it for 90% of the time with us, and I think it's had 920 odd views, and because we're trying to get it alive to 1,000 views. That's one of my goals, you know, or 100 likes. If you haven't liked this, guys, one thing that happens, right, Cogo? If people will like, right, when I finish this, I might have 300 views, right, and it might have 40 likes, but in a couple of weeks' time, it might have 3 times the views, but the same likes. When people watch stuff back, they never ever like. You know what I mean?
Likes.
That's why Louise always smashing the likes, because it does help. It does help your channel like a lot.
So what's more important than the view or the like?
Well, you know, I still haven't got a correct answer for that. Some people tell you different. Like a comment is better than a like. I don't really know. But
you can't really like it and have to look at it first, can you?
But a like is good anyway. It's just good to see that somebody's liked it. You know what I mean?
Well, it shows an interest in it. It shows that look, I'm doing something positive. Somebody's like getting noticed.
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, I've been on here for 5 hours today, Colo. It's only because I've had the time of day. Louise has been at work and wherever. But plus, anyone, if you don't catch this live, it's not like you're going to watch back and watch the whole 5 hours, are you? Nobody's going to do that. You know what I mean?
No, they'll just fast forward to when I'm on.
Yeah, that's what I do. I fast forward until like somebody who I like comes on the panel when I'm fast forwarding on the telly.
Here's no likelihood that's probably what everybody does, because everybody's full of their own self-importance. Whether you want to believe that or no, that's up to yourself. But that's the way I see it.
What Louise? Did you catch any of the quiz? Did you see any of that quiz early on?
The what, mate?
Bits and bobs.
The quiz. I did a quiz earlier on, and just that's more than about a point. But quizzes are brilliant, man. Quizzes are good. They get everyone involved.
I was the only one working, and I was popping in and out, mate. I do that. I pop in and out chats.
they get the banter going and that, you know what I mean? But
Darrell's was good the other night. I've seen when he had that. I swear to God, mate. Right, I was watching it. I watched it. I was watching it the majority of the night. I never fucking felt as though I needed to comment apart from the usual. Big up everybody and everybody in the chat. Do you know what I mean? And then just sat back and watched it, watching the comments, and see the crash helmet stuff seemed to come on with all the mad helmets and all that. I thought that was fucking funny.
yeah, they work them, you know. They work like the one thing.
They put that big square man on. I think it was this that says checking Nick his headphones. Right, bust the fucking.
That's what it is. If you Congo, if you're say you've got an hour spare, right, and you put YouTube on, and say five channels that you sub to are all live, right?
Yeah.
And you're flicking through, you're going to stop on the one that's got a few people on the panel. It's natural, you know what I mean? People want to see people on the panel and different people. I mean, this first time me, Louise, and it's the first time me, you, and Louise have been on a panel ever. You know what I mean? She doesn't come on many panels.
No, I've been on with you before, haven't I?
Oh, have you? No,
Yeah.
go on. Spoil me. Spoiler for us, yeah. No, I think you have probably.
I think that was the night I played the guitar. Was it no, Ludon?
Before you play the guitar, I think Sean Wayne was on as well. And I think there's someone else.
Yeah, but Louise has been
briefly, like.
There's been some cracking panels in the last few days, or hasn't it? Flavors this week has been smashing it. Like just the variation of people like on a panel, and you just look and you think when you know them all, but you see them all on the same panel.
Aye.
It's good, man. It's good. It's a good laugh.
Aye. I've enjoyed a few of them. I've actually enjoyed what everybody's had to say, do you know what I mean, based on what's been happening in current fucking YouTube events. I actually think that everybody's like, right, okay, we see it, we acknowledge it, now we're moving somewhere different, do you know what I mean? And it's been refreshing because there's certain people thinking about it going, right, I'm keeping my mouth shut for a couple of days. This is just the way I see it. You kept their mouth shut for a couple of days and then we're all coming back. It's like everybody's of the same opinion. Do you know what? Enough's enough, do you know what I mean? And it's led to a couple of cracking lives like Darrell's last night, this one today, another couple that I've noticed previously, like Mark for Belfast, We Fighting Irish. Do you know what I mean? There's been a few.
You know, one of the best things, one of the best things I tell people who've been on the panel is if you've enjoyed it, when you go on another panel, say that you've been on there and you've enjoyed it. That's the best way to get your name out there. You know what I mean?
I've never thought about it like that, mate. Never thought about it like that, but I think I'll start doing that from now on.
Yeah, like if you go on the cesspit tonight and say, "Oh, I was on Moons today," and Moon's other half was on with us. You know what I mean?
Aye.
It's because everyone will notice, right, that I've done like 5 hours today, and I've had like 30, 40 people in. And like I'm buzzing with that, but I've also done 5 hours where I've had 10 people in only recently.
Do you know what, Fly Me? I'll be honest, right? See the past couple of days, see the best lives that I've seen have actually been the ones with the less people in it, right? I've watched Buggies a couple of times, I've enjoyed his. I've no commented or anything like that, I just like what everybody had to say, do you know what I mean? It's been funny, it's been, do you know what I mean, interesting, intriguing, fucking, it's just, and it's the same with Big Kearney as well. Thoroughly enjoyed his. Fighting Irish, do you know what I mean? I'm no fucking missing anybody out, do you know what I mean? I go to the ones where I feel as though, do you know what I mean? I kind of resonate with, and it's like if there's a certain kind of degree of, do you know what I mean? Like it's real positive, it's better than the fucking shit we've been getting recently. It's like I'll tune into that.
Yeah, like I say, it is getting better for the little channels, right? They are getting noticed now for like positivity, you know, especially with all the other shit going on the big channel.
That's the way it should be. All the wee channels should promote all the other wee channels, and fucking even if they don't like each other, they'll still start making revenue off it, gaining content and doing something different.
Yeah.
That's the way they do it in America. See the Bloods and the Crips, Fly Me, right? Check this out. The Bloods and the Crips, even though they don't like each other, what they do is a thing called reaction videos. And see, because over there it's like the gang culture and the hip hop stuff and all that. So what they'll do is, see when they're doing their raps, they send them to each other or their YouTube subscribers, even though they don't like them, they'll send them to them and they'll give them an honest reaction and an honest review. So what they do is, even though they don't like each other, they all sub to each other's channels, do you know what I mean? And that's the way they work it, do you know what I mean? And it's like, even though they're all fucking killing each other, shooting each other, they're all still making a coin. I know it sounds nuts, but that's what they do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's quite a lot of Scottish in there. Like, there's quite a lot of Scottish in this little side of YouTube. Most of them all get on, don't they?
We can all fall out one day, right? But see if you piss one off, you know what I mean? We all kind of stick together. It's just in our nature.
Yeah, man. You've just got to do your own thing. Like I said, the advice I get of people who I talk about with here, every one of them always says, just be yourself and stick to your morals. That's it. They're the two things they always say. And like I say, I've been lucky. Like me and Louise, we haven't had much shit on here. We don't get much shit, but that's because we don't really cause much shit. You know what I mean? Can't be doing with it.
Well, that's it. If you're going to be creating drama, expect to get it back. It's like, but if you're doing out bad karma, fucking you're getting it back. But if you're doing live and it's all fucking based on good stuff, positive stuff, how's your work, blah blah blah, you'll get that back just as equally. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's the rules of the fucking universe. That's the way I see it.
There's no point in arguing on YouTube. Half of them haven't had a fight in their lives, have they? You know what I mean? That's why they argue on YouTube.
I'll kill you.
Wet wipes.
I know. Yeah. I'm in a house in Northern Ireland, but I'll be over there in the morning and I'll stab you with this keyboard, and then they waking up and
I'll pay your taxi to go up the other end of the country and pick us up, and I'll let you have a fight. And I'll bring you home, man.
You just got to laugh, haven't you? Really?
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. Like, I'm just looking at the. Is that really 8 o'clock now? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I've just seen a cesspit notification there. I thought, oh, he's on early. And I've looked at the time.
Oh, there you go. Moon's wanting to be away to watch his cesspit.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the time. I swear down, I can't believe it. Bloody 8 o'clock.
I only come in for about 20 minutes myself, but I've been that enthralled and caught up in the conversation. I've enjoyed it, mate. You know what I'm saying? But I hate to burst your bubble. I'm going over to the cesspit.
No worries, Cobber. I'm going to wrap it up in a minute anyway.
Right, but enjoy, guys. Respect, right?
Yeah, cheers, Cobber, mate.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe it's 8 o'clock with no lie.
Just me and thee, eh? Full moon.
Oh, yeah. Power couple is Slim Reaper's words. YouTube's power couple.
Oh, nice one. I'm not watching the chat because if I put my chat on, I always say to knock myself off.
I know, yeah. How the hell do you do that? I mean, honestly, I can't wait to get this tablet thing, because the phone, I'm using that thing you got me, the clips onto the, the one, don't it?
Yeah.
It is better because my phone's not moving now, and but I'm still having to struggle to read the chat and stuff. But
put your glasses on.
I can't find them.
Put me spare glasses on.
I can't find them. I had them, and then they've gone. Moved them somewhere. But yeah, just 5 hours, 5.5 hours, absolutely flew over.
Steady flow in the chat. Got a few likes. Likes are flowing as well.
Yeah, that's all we wanted, it.
Yeah.
Like I say, a lot of people have just started watching us, and they won't have seen any of the other lives that we've done. We've done loads now, like absolutely loads. But
it's weird because when I'm on your panel, you talk to us like you're interviewing us. Like I don't know.
Oh, well,
it's like I'm getting interviewed from it.
Well, you've got to, there's 23 people watching, man. I can't call you a bint, or can I?
I wouldn't think you would call us one anyway.
Go and get me tea, you twat. Where's me tea? You know what I mean? You got to have a bit of order, haven't you? Nah, but like I said before about the couples thing, that like we're being honest about that. Probably a little bit too honest, you know what I mean? But I hold my hands up. But it's not just us. Like a lot of people who spend time on here, we know that they're married, and it goes through my mind how the hell, what the hell their partners must think.
Some of them pretend they're married and they're not.
Right. Is that you doing like your research and that?
It's obvious, isn't it?
Well, it's got to be because
well, I mean, we both go on, and it was getting too much for us, wasn't it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, but we do both enjoy it.
Yeah.
And like I say, I enjoy it a lot more when I've got your support. I can enjoy it 10 times more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I say, like I've got past all that bit now. I've got past the spending loads of time on here.
You won't stay off 4 hours today while you're being asleep.
Yeah, I've just done 3 night shifts though, haven't I? You know what I mean? Like,
I know. I'll let you off.
You know what it is when you have 4 days off here, though. People forget that you're there. You know what I mean?
I know.
You've got to spread the love. I mean, I know you like popping in channels, like everyone's channel, and saying all right and that. There's channels there's channels that I love. Nutter. I feel bad because I don't spend much time in Nutters, but it's because of the time that he's on. It's only when I'm on earlies that I'm up at that time.
Sometimes it's I love going in Nutters, but sometimes it's hard to chat because when you're getting ready for work, like, and there's so many people to speak to, I've just got to listen and smash the likes.
But even if you do, just pop in and say all right. The host will always remember. You know, like they'll know that you came in that chat and said all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all you can do, but.
Sometimes I just listen and smash a like.
But you know yourself, man, there's 10 times more live streams going on now than when we first started watching. And there was only Pablo back in the day, and he had it all to himself just about now. There's 5 and 6 live streams on that we all watch it, and you just can't watch them all.
Yeah. I've just clicked on the chat there. Slim Reapers put why all the different cars. I work in a garage, Slim. Work in a garage, I do a lot of driving.
Oh, what was that thing you were driving the other day? Was it a BM? The BM?
4.4 litre petrol convertible.
Was it? Where did you drive that out? Where did you drive that out?
Not far. I can't really say much because someone bought it.
Yeah, so you mean you put
I've got to be careful what I say, really, because someone's bought it now. So.
But you had a little do last week. You could say about that without mentioning too many stuff. She got a penalty through the post, didn't you, off the DVLA?
Oh yeah, my reg. Saying I was at Westgate Road at Newcastle, where I knew I hadn't been there, 9:05 at night. So I went into work, and because I work with a load of lads, we always play pranks on each other all the time. So I slammed it on the table. I said, right, who sent this to me? Right? And they were like, no, it's legit, I swear down. When we looked at the site, it was a proper driving offence. There was a video of, it looked like some kind of saloon car going through the bus lane, dark coloured car, which totally wasn't my car. So I've had to appeal it, and the cameras apparently have picked my reg up different. They've got one letter wrong.
It's shocking, that, isn't it?
So I had to appeal it.
But they were good with you, though, weren't they?
They were sound because, obviously, I drive a Suzuki Vitara, and it's a lot higher than a saloon car, so they knew it wasn't my car. But, like, you know what I mean? Anyone else, if they had a different car, it might have been harder if they appealed it. I don't know.
I think the DVLA are brutal, aren't they? Like, they're dead efficient, aren't they? They don't mess about, like.
But how does the computer get a letter of your age wrong, though? You know what I mean?
That's it. But you think how many cars go past them cameras every day, millions and millions. So if they're going to get one or two wrong, aren't they, at some point? Just unlucky that it's yours. But
the fella actually said it doesn't often happen, but he just saw a couple of cases would trust it to happen to me. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, you know that people do it now, with private regs, or they move the letters over a little bit, which is against the law, isn't it? To make it look like a name, and
yeah.
you're not allowed to do that, are you?
You've got to have the correct space in between. You at work now, when we do the registration plates, years ago we could make any plates up we wanted to, but now it's all like if there's a plate already made up with that reg, it won't let you make another one.
Yeah. So where Louise used to work, there was a Lotus dealer, wasn't it, at one point? So you got to drive a few Lotuses, didn't you?
Yeah.
You don't see many of them on the roads now, like.
Too expensive.
Are they good? Are they nice though? I've never been in one, mate.
I don't like him. I'm not very ladylike, am I? Or elegant, so it was hard for me getting in and out.
Yeah.
I can't do that very elegantly. But
I'd still like to have a go in one, like. Did I tell you? I don't think that's.
The good in the wet, a 360 one coming out the garage, no.
I don't think I told you, right? But I've got a nephew. You know my nephew, don't you? You know the nephew what about Louise?
I hope so.
Yeah, well, he's only 10, right, people? And for Christmas, as part of one of his Christmas presents, he got a bloody him and one other person to go up in a biplane, for an hour in a biplane, and get to get to fly it.
Cool.
Can you believe that? They're just getting someone to go in with him now. You wouldn't catch me in one of them, like, not a chance. But they're the type of things you can get now, because I would have a go in, like, because you get them ones where you can drive like round the racetrack and that, can't you?
Yeah, well, my goddaughter did a Ferrari when she was 14, I think, 14 or 15.
Oh, maybe
Round the track.
tell me about that, because I was like, no way, she kind of drove it, but you said she did she?
I'm sure she did.
Because I was like, no, I can't be, man.
Yeah, she had someone in with her. Yeah, I'm sure she did, automatic, and she had someone in with her. Yeah.
So this Beamer that you were in the other day, was it brand spanker? Was it like 22?
No, it was used.
And and it was for sale, like it wasn't in for a service or anything?
It's sold. It's now sold, so I can't talk about it.
So if it was sold, somebody's part X'd it, haven't they, for something?
That's why I only show the insides of cars and I can't show the outsides, like for the reg and that, because if someone buys it, then I'm putting someone else's car on my YouTube, aren't I, really?
Yeah. So just before we go, right, if you had the money now, what car would you buy?
Buy the money?
If you had 30 grand, what car would you buy?
Honestly, my favourite is I don't know. I've got so many, but I love the Swift Sport.
I know, it's mad that, and I've never drove one of them.
Sport. Fast as hell, but you just end up with speeding tickets.
Yeah, so you're a bit of a like you've got a bit of boy racer in you. I've never been like that. I'm boring when it comes to cars.
Yeah, but I've still got to stick me speed limits, like because of work and that. I've now, but I just love Swift Sports, mint.
Yeah.
But I do like other cars too.
One thing that has come down, right, is what I've noticed there. Private regs, because Louise got me a private reg for my birthday like a few years ago, didn't you? And back in the day, only like say 10 years ago or more, a private reg was something only like people who had loads of money could afford, but now they're quite like affordable now, aren't they? A couple of £100 or something for a decent one. Like I like mine.
I think yours was 250, wasn't it? And that, what was that, about 4 years ago? Was it?
Yeah. But obviously, like the smaller the smaller your number, the less numbers and letters, the more expensive they are, aren't they?
Aye, yeah.
If you just get 2 letters and a number, you're talking thousands. You can pay anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can get your initials and like a number that relates to you for a few £100 now.
Yeah.
There's Big G saying my private reg is LILMAN. Where are they getting this little from, Louise? Who started that off there? I'm little.
I don't know. I think it's because you like Bitty.
Yeah, he likes his Bocky as well. Big G needs a Bocky before he goes to bed. Yeah, Big G was in the. Did you only heard bits of the quiz early on? Quite good.
I was in and out. I've been busy. I've had stuff to do, so I was in and out. But
yeah, Will kicked the ass, man. Will on the sports quiz. Will, there was Lay Cake and Distat was up there. And Kira M. But yeah, I had 30 questions. They only done 15 of them.
you
quite
only
good, yeah.
15 and you had 30.
Yeah, because it took about 45 minutes, you know, by the time you've listened to everyone whinging about that it wasn't right or they were quicker than someone else, and usually Distat and Big G were the big babies, like. But yeah, I'm not going to do. I'll do it another day now. So I'm going to keep the scores though. So Distat, you were on 2, mate. You've still got a chance. And Vander helped us out. Respect the Vander there. We all like Vander, don't we?
Yeah, she's lovely, Vanda.
Although she does, the only reason she was interested because I said that it was a trolley dash for the winner. You know what I mean? We know she likes to voucher Vander. It's only been these last few days I realised she had a K at the end of her name. You know, I thought it was Costa, and it's Kostka.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm going to end this now then because it's nearly 6 hours and spend a bit of time with the better half. You know what I mean?
Shite. You'll be straight over on the cesspit.
Yeah, well, we can still be together and watch the cesspit, can't we? That's how you spend the Saturday night, guys, when you've been together for 10 years. You know what I mean?
Right, okay, then I'll let you go. Smash the likes, people. Thanks for your support.
That's the one. That's the one, babe. Yeah, big love, everyone. All legends in the chat there, man. Some of you have been in, most of you have been in for a lot of the 6 hours. I can't thank you enough for that. Like, it's one and only. Nice to see you in here, mate. Get yourself in more often. Who's TCAF now? Have they changed the name?
Iced coffee, man, innit?
Is it? Nice one, coffee, man.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Is it? I know it's like because I can't read the chat all the time, but we always see new names, don't we? But TCAF, could anyone? Sure, we know them.
I'm sure it's iced coffee, man.
Saying it's the new main account. We're gonna look after you because it'll be somebody who comes in all the time. Cartman legend, mate. Always in here, mate. Right back from the Snake Pit days, Cartman is. Slim. Second best mod on YouTube after yourself, though. Oh, it's thingy. Remy. Someone I was in somebody's chat and somebody came in the chat and said Remy's going at it with Stig. So you know Remy is, don't you, Lou?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's his other name.
Oh, yeah, I get it now. I get it.
I wouldn't like to think what TCAF stands for.
No, I get it now. Yeah.
Yeah. We're massive fans of him anyway. We know he gets loads of shit everywhere, but you know what I mean? You got to allow some people, and he's one person who you got to allow, man. Absolute legend.
He's been a bit too chilled lately, hasn't he?
I know, yeah. I've noticed that.
Himself.
I've noticed that, yeah. He hasn't. You've got to up your game a bit, mate. Come on. But yeah, he always bigs us up, man. An absolute legend. How didn't we even notice that? That's how thick we are, mate. Look what he said on his last comment there.
I'll try because
Well, just read it backwards. That's what he said.
Oh yeah. I clicked, didn't I? I said I get it now.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. I don't think I am. But there's only one channel where he's pink, and that's in here normally. He's not pink anywhere else. He's not allowed. He said the other day it took him five account changes to leave a comment in someone's chat the other day. It doesn't bother him, man. Does it? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Pollyanna, nice one.
I don't think he's ever been timed out in here, has he?
Nah. Like I say, that block list today. Bit weird how Lindsay was on there again. I don't understand that. But we don't have much shit in here. And
what do you mean on again? You haven't been able to unblock her?
No, I've never seen her in the block list. That's why I couldn't unblock her before, because she wasn't there.
That's why I thought you got into a different list, but at least finally she's unblocked. So
she's never ever changed the name as well.
You haven't unblocked the
other three. There's a few on there I didn't recognise, like names because people change the names and they forget that when you go on the block list, it has an original name on it, doesn't it? That's how they get caught out.
Yeah.
But we don't want to be blocking people over here anyway. You know, it's not what it's about. But obviously, you've got to have a few, man. You can't please everyone, can you?
Yeah. You're doing well. You've had your channel for a year, and that's all that's on the block list. You know what I mean?
Oh God, yeah. When we've only got 10 mods.
Yeah.
And to be honest, they're all mods that just come in and the mod as well. You know what I mean? They all share channels and that, and that's what it's about. Yeah. Don't give someone a spanner because you like them. You know what I mean? I mean, let's face it, Sean Wayne. Sean Wayne's never had a spanner in it ever.
No.
He's never ever had a spanner, and he
never will.
In a way, I think he sort of respects it. You know what I mean? Because he has spanners everywhere, but we.
Joke, Sean.
Yeah, he knows, man. Sean knows the score. He does need to stop talking about Genghis and that, like, because I don't think he's going to let that one drop. But anyway. Yeah, Lou is the boss, mate. You know that one, Slim, mate. Not going to argue with that. Right. I'm going to kick you off and I'm going.
I'll see you in the cesspit, Moon.
Certainly will.
Right,
thanks,
bye. See you later, everybody. Catch you later. Bye.
In a bit, babe, in a bit. Yeah, man. Well, that's rounded it all off, hasn't it? Nice way to end it with the other half coming on. Got a bit of honesty out of us, but honestly, I'm being honest, like, about the YouTube thing. I'm totally guilty of spending too much time on YouTube and sort of cut it back a little bit now. But But yeah, you can still come on and enjoy it, man. And it's absolute buzz, man, when your other half comes on. There's many channels where you'll see a couple on a panel. But what you see is what you get, people. Dave knows that. Slim knows that. Fact knows that. Outlaw King, how you doing, mate? I see you there. So you're always popping in. Big love. Vander, cheers for coming on today, mate. Big fan of Vander, we are. Spot on, what a lady. Pollyanna, respect. Spending a few hours of your Saturday with us. Big love. Big G, absolute batty boy, but still one of my favourites on here. Who else have we got? Look. Tim, we hear you, mate. Been with us from day one, our Tim, like. Cartman, you know the score, mate. Yous all know the score anyway. Another 6 hours done, and don't forget to hit the likes, people. And if you do watch anything back, or a short or anything, just hit the like. I know we all forget. I do. I forget all the time, but anyway. Right, guys. I'm going to stop this now, and no doubt we will catch you in somebody else's chat sometime tonight. Big G will whip somebody in your ass sometime tonight, mate. Phil Graham there, hopefully. Right, guys. Peace out, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Big love.